Yeah, yeah.
Whee! Why are you guys so small? You guys start out so
I don't
small.
know.
Why are you
Listen,
guys so small? You're
You're
so
the one who's doing it to us, bro.
small.
you two are the mythical creatures. I'm just a guy, all right? So like, fuck you, okay?
You're just a little guy down there.
I'm just a little guy.
Just a little guy. Hey Shane, do you? Quick question. Do you keep it juicy? Do you keep it plump? That natural beauty. Yeah, yeah. If you can see it from the front, what do you see it
Well,
from
it's
the
more
back?
like it's like mainly depression fat. If I'm
So-
gonna be
so you
real
keep it
honest
juicy.
about it, via depression, yes.
He keep that plump.
Via
That natural beauty.
overeating.
Yay!
Oh god, like literally 2 nights ago, I had one of those nights where I had to like, I put my phone down to like, okay, force myself to go to sleep, and then the first thought when I closed my eyes was just like, what happens when you die? And I'm like, oh no, phone coming back out.
No.
Phone coming back out. Nope, not gonna deal with that tonight.
Sorry, the disap audio probably sounded really weird. I'm so sorry about that. I forgot to turn it off. That's fire. Jesus Christ.
You ever have that where you're like, all right, gotta put the electronics away and just tell my mind to go to sleep.
Where do you go when you die? Oh God!
And then it's like, do you really believe in your religion of choice?
Gotta go back to TikTok.
TikTok.
Sometimes.
Let the Chinese government infiltrate your brain.
Yep.
I
dopamine.
need more of that 40-year-old guy squishing foam.
Real.
Oh my god, I like the Chinese guy who like washes teapots and he like checks to see if they have leaks, and if they do have leaks, he gets really mad and he smashes them.
I like the Taiwanese guy who says derogatory things and then sells signs.
Oh yeah, that guy's awesome. He also can speak Spanish.
That's
He does?
fire.
Sick.
Well, guys, welcome back to UMINEKO. Last time, Battler learned how to use the Bluetooth. The Bluetooth.
And Angie, fuck you. Learned how to. I didn't learn anything. Angie escaped.
I didn't learn anything.
Escaped the rich hicks that
Yeah.
tried to fucking straight up
her
murder
aunt.
her
Yeah,
in
her
public.
aunt. Her aunt is after her because she wants the money.
Yeah.
And then she met LannyVA.
Dude, what's the guy's name? That's not his name.
LannyVA. That's his name.
I forget the guy's name, but they tried to make him a fucking mercenary, and this like the timeline doesn't line up for all the different things he claims to have been in.
Yeah, dude, look at that LannyVA fit. He's LannyVA.
He's wearing cargo pants over pinstripe dress pants. It
Wow.
was the most dumb shit I have ever seen in my life.
Yeah, we met him, and then I think right now they're talking about how he's like making up this big old theory where Kinzo was the mastermind of it the whole time,
or he was already dead.
Or he was already dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were saying that everything could be taking place like after he's already died, and it's all like a big setup.
Yeah.
A big haha funny prank.
Yeah, bro learned how to use blue crews. Yeah.
Battler was in there playing chess with his or watching Beatrice play chess with his ass, and then he got naked and sucked monster.
Well, yeah, but I guess that was
what I
in...
remember from the second one.
Yeah, I guess that was only in that version of events, right? Because before they never entertained the possibility of him being dead from the beginning.
Sure. Yeah, so really, Ed, I love how literally everything that happens until it happens is Schrodinger's cat.
Yep. I love visual novels. Visual novels! Yeah, that's where we are.
It's so confusing, but at the same time, like, fuck it. But at the same time, I want to know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where we are. You guys ready to hop into it? You guys ready to fuck it?
I hope so. I'm not gonna lie, I kinda have to go to the bathroom, but we just started.
Oh.
So I'm gonna feel like an idiot.
Well, do you have to go number 1 or 2?
I'm not saying that on stream. That's gross, dude. Don't talk about my
poo-poo?
Don't talk about pee pee poo poo, dude.
Well,
if you have to
pee,
so if you have to pee pee, then go do it.
Don't worry, I have my harmonica here. I can
we can entertain the masses.
I found it. I found my
go poo poo.
But you said I only had to go if it was pee-pee.
Well, just go anyways. I don't want any accidents to happen.
What the F, dude? You don't want me clenching it?
What's the one video where the mom comes in and the kid's like on Twitch? He's like, go to the bathroom.
Electroactive area, welcome. That's a sick emote.
Oh wait, is it Beatrice emote?
Yeah, that's absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. Okay, I guess I think did they go? Oh, they did. I hear the door opening. Okay, Shane, entertain the masses. Whip it out.
Oh, I lied. I'm not gonna do that.
What the fuck?
This is your stream.
I don't have a harmonica. Here, we can improv something.
All
Play
you gotta do is
some
find
shit.
one and
We're gonna play some UMINEKO. We're gonna learn about some shit.
we're waiting for a man to poop. Okay.
We're waiting for a man to poop. Yeah, we're waiting. We're gonna wait a long time.
We're waiting for them man to poop.
We're gonna wait for them to poop.
We're waiting for a zesty man to poop. a zesty them to poop.
Zesty them to poop.
Zesty them poops available now on .com/.
Can you not pronounce my name?
No.
It's RDIEL, dude. It's not that hard, okay? I'm sorry I didn't have a white name, okay? I'm sorry that my name is full of culture.
Listen, I'm sorry, Doodles. We're doing our best here.
We're gonna play some UMINEKO.
We'll get there eventually.
We're gonna get there eventually.
Hold on, I have to make old-timey car noise.
Wow, they did make that noise. Can you play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star?
Wait, no, I forget because you have to blow and suck a different thing. I'll just play the.
You have to blow and suck it? Oh!
And we're waiting for people to shit. I can't play the piano. I'll make you a drink.
And then I will suck your dick.
And then I will suck our dick.
Perfect. Holy shit. So, should we place bets on how long it's gonna take?
I don't know. Are they good at speed pooping, or are they like a phone on the toilet?
Well, it depends. It depends if what they've eaten, and to be honest, they've eaten a lot.
Oh no.
They hadn't eaten since yesterday because they fell asleep pretty early. So they were pretty hungry. So I don't know. It's a toss up. Oh wait, the door's opening. Oh my god, no!
Yeah.
I should have said it would have been fast. Fuck.
I believed.
Exactly how I remember Twinkle Twinkle. Oh, that was Harmonica Man. In parentheses, will suck your dick.
Dude, you guys should have just effing started reading from when I left.
Why would we do that?
Shane
and I were having fun.
Then the story.
I'd rather improv a shitty harmonica song.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, it is okay because it's my art, and you can't tell me you can't make you. Let's start.
Damn. All right, let's go. In short, if you keep preventing us from meeting with Father, we will have to accept the following theory. Simply put, Father is already dead.
Game theory.
But you're hiding that because you don't want the inheritance to be distributed. What the fuck?
Your mom? Ridiculous.
That is correct. This is worse than ridiculous. I have never heard such an insult. It'd even be possible for us to check by force whether he's alive or dead, with the police there to witness it. Isn't that right, Ivane-san? Yes. That's right, Nissan. There are all sorts of ways we could set you up. We could easily arrange for a situation where you'd have to hold a meeting with Father under the supervision of a third party. Still, I think that would bring a lot of shame to the Ushinomiya family. The shame! That's why I'm making this proposal. Here we have the responsibilities and duties of the caretaker, and a penalty in the worst case scenario. If you consent to those terms, we'll be able to refrain from doing something like dragging Father outside.
POV, you're a Japanese man in the 90s who has been mildly embarrassed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Without time to die.
Fucking like committing, what is it, seppuku, where you fucking cut your guts out.
Woo!
Like, I cannot handle the shame.
Yeah, that's right, Aniki. You should kill yourself. You just say it yourself. Carrying out the natural duties as Dad's caretaker. Kyrie's conditions shouldn't be anything to worry about, right? Why this overreaction? Are you really that worried about having the position of successor dragged out from underneath you if Dad dies? If Dad dies from something other than a natural death? They forgot a word. I finally found a grammar.
No, dies something other than a natural death is proper grammar, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess you could.
If he dies death other than a natural death, that would sound better.
Yeah.
All right.
Sometimes you can be grammatically correct and still sound stupid, chat.
Yeah, true.
Or else what? Do you have some reason to think Father might die of something other than a natural death?
How could I? I see. Now I too understand how Father feels. How pitiful his later years have been for him, unable even to die as he pleases.
Yes, his later years truly have been pitiful, and the thought that these later years are already something of the past is exactly what we're suspecting. You could completely clear the suspicion away by just letting us meet with Father. So, even after being humiliated by us this much, you still won't allow us to meet with him, Krasny-san. Father is probably already dead. The corpse may have been disposed of in absolute secrecy. And after taking all of the wealth for yourself as Father's agent, you will make it seem that he disappeared until 7 years pass, making Father a corpseless member of the deceased. I'm sorry, but please don't take it badly, okay? I'm just playing detective here. How rude can one be? You have no right to stay in this mansion! Leave immediately! I won't permit you to cross the threshold of this house again!
Bro,
Excuse me, I'd like to know if my dad is dead.
Dude, whenever like they're like all of the characters are in the same room, she becomes like the worst person ever.
Yeah. When all the adults are together, for some reason she just cannot keep it together.
It worked last year, but you used up your luck if you thought it'd work this year too. Father is in a bad mood, so he can't meet with us. That was plenty suspicious last year, and yet you're doing it again. If you really wanted to fake being Father's agent and grab up all his assets, you should have done it a little more speedily, making him disappear without waiting for today's family conference. You really are naive, Krasoni-sama.
I have no idea what you are...
However, if it's a fact that Father's in a bad mood, and you're preventing us from meeting him as a part of your responsibilities as his caretaker, then it's a very wonderful thing you're doing. In that case, if you just accept our conditions, everything will be settled here and now. After all, you care so greatly for Father, Krasny-san. There's no way Father will die in a manner that leads to trouble during the autopsy. After all, Father hates hospitals, so he'll pass away in his study, right? An autopsy will certainly be carried out no matter what happens. The only way to kill him without an autopsy would be for him to disappear. Enough, Kyrie-san. I think you bullied Nissan enough.
Ava rebuked Kyrie in a sickeningly kind voice. Considering the situation, that was impossible. Which is why it was sickening.
I'm sure Nissan has his own difficulties to worry about, as well as his pride. True, Nissan might consider that one of his natural duties, but if you force him to put it on paper and assign penalties, I could hardly blame him for getting upset. Don't you agree, Rosa? Yes, that's right. She might have made light of Krasny-san's pride as the eldest son a little too much. I'd feel bad for him if we were to force him to sign a statement regarding the duties of the caretaker as Kiryu-san has laid them out.
That's right. You're doing a good job, Aniki. Taking that into account, we might consider avoiding all that about signing strange papers and worst-case penalties. Leave everything to you.
You people.
Not just Ava, but Rudolph and Rosa as well, with unnerving smiles on their faces as though they'd planned this beforehand, began closing in on Kraus. I like how we're sort of getting the first one again, but it's a different strategy this time.
Uh-huh.
Because the other time, they tried to, like, blackmail him with his own shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now they're like, fucking, you tried to kill Dad.
Yeah, but no.
You totally killed Dad. I know it was you.
Perfectly how Kyrie had cornered Kraus, and exactly where she was prepared to compromise.
We were talking about a signed statement regarding the responsibilities of the caretaker. But even without signing such a thing, you can make it so that we'll never demand a meeting with Father again. If you can prove your fitness as Father's caretaker with a form of guarantee, other than a signed statement, that is.
Are you telling me to pay security money? Hilarious!
The security money will be paid to Ava-san, Rudolph-san, and Rosa-san, 3 billion yen each. As a deposit, you will transfer 10% of that, 300 million yen, before the year is out.
9 billion? I don't have that kind of money!
After Father passes away, you should be able to work it out. We've managed to investigate at least that far. You should be able to handle the deposit of 900 million yen in your current financial situation. And it should even be possible for you to borrow it from Father, right? There's no need for obvious charades anymore.
How unpleasant. Truly unpleasant.
Look, it is at that! Even just the discussion of Father's inheritance was far too disrespectful. Father is already dead. My husband is hiding that and keeping all the money for himself? I have had enough of this! None of you are qualified to bear the name Ushinomiya any longer!
You ain't even blood, bish.
Dude, all he ever does is yell at her, bro. Yeah, he's always trying to be the mediator because he's like the goat.
Yeah.
Calm down, Natsui-san. We've all said we all need to. Why don't we leave it at that for now? This is happening all of a sudden on a massive scale. We might even be getting agitated ourselves. Why don't we take a break for a while and cool our heads? Krasny-san probably needs a little time to himself. Right, Krasny-san? Time? And why would I need something like that? Don't worry. We aren't thinking of anything shady. We're just so eager to see Father that we've started grumbling a bit. And Krasny-san, I know real well how you're dying to get back at us for things we've said. If you're willing to go so far, then you just need to let us meet with him, right? Isn't that right? You just got a bit stubborn, and it felt awkward to say you'd let us see him after saying we couldn't all those times. Isn't that it? Right?
It certainly does seem that my husband has lost his composure slightly, just like the rest of you have. We were only refusing stubbornly out of respect for Father's desire not to meet with everyone.
Indeed, that's right. It was turning into another sibling fight like the old days, and I started feeling stubborn as well. Let us cool our heads. I understand how much you all want to meet with Father. I will pass that on to him. I'll find some way to convince Father to meet with you. Will that do?
Yeah, I think it'd be okay to give Krasny-san some time to persuade Father.
Yep, we're counting on you, Aniki. Please, persuade him to meet with us. After all, you're Dad's caretaker.
And as for persuading him, let's set a limit on it sometime tonight, okay? When tomorrow comes, we'll confirm Father's well-being, even if we have to break down the door to his study. You have no problems with that, I take it, Nissan.
Do as you like. It seems even the time I've been given to persuade him is short. Let us go, Natsuhi. We shall ask to join him, or we will ask him to join us for dinner at least.
Right.
Wow,
Thank
okay,
God.
but see, a different end result. He's actually kind of complying a little bit.
Huh. Kraus left the parlor with Natsuhi. Once their footsteps disappeared, Hideyoshi took a deep breath, smirking and flopping onto the sofa.
Kirie-san, you're a frightening person.
She's very good at manipulating.
Sorry for speaking out of turn. I apologize.
No, you didn't corner him like we originally planned, but in the end, this was even better. Just like always, I gotta bow my head to you.
But can he really prepare 900 million? I believe we estimated that 750 million would be the most Kraus Nissan could afford with his current financial situation. Isn't 900 million gouging him too much? If he can't do it, that's fine too. If we do something like lowering it to 750 million to Kraus Nissan, so Kraus Nissan can save face, it'll look like we're compromising and it'll be easier to settle, right? And if he really does come out with 900 million, that's even better. Nissan is probably having a strategy meeting with Natsuhi-san about now. It really will be interesting to see what kind of twisted logic our proud Nissan comes up with as an excuse. Blah, blah, blah.
Tough, bro.
Convinced, father? There's no way he can. There's no way to convince someone who isn't even here! Oh,
Spooky.
Oh, spooky.
Spooky. Beatrice is doing
But-
Dookly dookly,
Beatrice.
even.
hallway.
Oh my god, please. Please tell me the goat's back.
Oh, is it the man?
Give him to me.
The siblings have all come, despite their various circumstances, for this annual family conference.
Kraus and Natsuhi could be seen in Kinzo's dimly lit study. Every once in a while, thunder could be heard, and the dimly lit room flickered with light. It seemed that the island would be closed off by the storm very soon.
Father, please, just this once, show those disrespectful people the majesty of the head. Ah!
No, I'm gooning.
Oh my god! Oh, it's
No,
useless!
wait, that's fire.
It's useless.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Is that all he says?
Maybe. That might be it.
Oh no, this is when he's monologuing usually.
Yeah.
The large shadow of a person standing by the window, his majestic back facing them, answered quietly and forcefully. Why are they giving Kinzo so much hype this time?
Dude,
Dude, 'cause he's the goat.
fire.
He's world's strongest schizophrenic.
He hung his head and shook. Eventually, they could hear a mumbling laugh over his shoulder. It's useless. It's all useless.
Oh my god. I guess
This is
this is
him?
him. I guess this is him.
3 months left to live. An almost finished geezer. To whom exactly are you referring?
Kitsu!
You fools! Did you wander over here because your siblings threatened you? Know your shame!
Fire.
As Kinzo turned and brushed his...
Yeah.
As Kinzo
Kindo.
I'm having a stroke. As Kinzo turned and brushed his cape, it flashed forcefully through the room's stale air. That air pressure truly signified Oshiromiya Kinzo's majesty and willpower itself. After being blown back by that wind, I had to read that really hard to not be like, wait a minute. By
He
that
farted,
wind,
dude.
it wasn't strange that Kraus landed on his butt. So he scared Kraus.
Yeah.
As though showing consideration for Kraus, who looked as though his legs had been swept out from under him, Natsuhi also crouched down. Then, with a thunk, Thunk! Kinzo's footsteps approached with a heft that signified his dignity.
Dude, they're sucking his cock so hard.
Yeah, I know why they make
Yeah.
him so epic.
Petition to get V and Lanny matching coach jackets with devil and angel wings like the characters.
Oh,
That would be
like
kinda cool.
the one with an eagle thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be fire.
fire.
I'm gonna get myself a cape so I can. be
Yes.
Kinzo.
Babe, you need to make like a throne, one of those throne pages where it's like, guys, give me stuff.
Oh, true.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
Father.
You fool! I heard from Cannon. Just how far did you pathetically let your siblings lead you around by the nose?
Father, my husband is doing his best to protect your honor.
Without lending an ear to Natsuhi's words, Kinzo extended his palm to Krause's collar as the latter sat on the floor.
I don't know, like, I feel like throughout, like, the rest of this, like, we haven't seen Kinzo, like, be actually, like, the person that all the kids are, like, afraid of. Like, he's just kind of been old.
We've seen him
and-
ridicule Ava in like the flashback,
Yeah. But
right?
we haven't seen him like
So-
this.
No, I mean, I think it's only when he's actually with the kids where he like you know, is able to like assert himself towards them, right? Because most of the time we have seen him just cooped up with the study, only talking to, you know, people he likes.
Yeah.
Cannon and Gendry.
You know, all the goobers.
All the goobers.
Yeah. No. He curled his fingers, leaving only his pointer finger out, and then took that finger
Oh.
and pressed it up against Krause's collar, twisted it, and slowly, with just one finger,
Whoa.
picked Krause up into the air.
Holy shit, I
Oh
think
my
he's doing
God.
magic.
He's doing some fucking magic.
You really are a pathetic fool. Oh, hold on, I have to put down my. I'm P&T'ing all over the place. Let
No.
me put my spit gun, whatever it's called, in front of my microphone.
He just spits in his face.
You really are a pathetic fool. You let your wife speak in your defense? If you have an excuse, give it yourself.
Oh, okay. Krause clawed at the air. Kinzo's brawny finger was choking him. He couldn't even open his mouth, much less talk. So he's just has him by the chin with one finger, dear God.
Yeah, maybe it's not magic. Maybe he's just really, really strong.
Kinzo's just buff as shit. However, even if he had been able to open his mouth, as he was now, there was no way he'd be able to think up an excuse that Kinzo would accept. Still, how could this power be described? No one would call Kinzo an old man after seeing this superhuman strength.
Father, my husband is fighting in his own way. Please forgive him.
Natsuhi, fighting is a process you go through before winning. The process you go through before losing isn't called fighting.
Damn.
It's called being pathetic. You call this my successor?
As thunder roared, Kinzo laughed heartily, as though nothing could be more pleasant. And when he finished laughing, he threw his son away like he was scrap paper, slamming him against the wall.
Damn. Dear, are you okay?
Krause slid down the wall, rubbing his throat as though in pain. Natsuhi ran up to him and looked after him. But without showing any interest in the two of them, Kinzo returned to the space near the window, as though he had been there the whole time, and looked up at the thunderclouds of misfortune.
I thought I would have no regrets in my life. If I could only meet Beatrice. But it seems it won't go smoothly. It was promised from the beginning that nothing received from the rich would remain. However, the Yoshiromiya name is not the property of the witch. Who is fit to succeed that name? It seems that this alone must be resolved by my own hand. Rejoice, Kraus. I have changed my mind.
Oh, fire.
Father, so
I have no desire to have dinner with you cowards. However, I will attend the family conference afterwards.
Oh my god. Father, thank you very much.
There I shall make an announcement regarding the succession of the head. I will resolve your foolish quarrel myself.
Alright, $50 he gives it to Battler.
Yeah.
He's most definitely gonna give it to Battler. Surely.
I
Surely.
think
Maria.
Rudolph's shitty son, he's kind of cool.
Yeah!
Look at him, look how much swag he has.
He looked like me when I was young.
George, maybe if you didn't wear fucking baby puke all the time.
Forcefully opening the door with a clunk, Rosa flew in with Maria.
Is Genji-san or anyone there? It doesn't matter who. Bring us a bath towel.
Oh, the kids got caught out in the rain.
Yeah.
There was an already full-blown typhoon outside, and it was starting to pour down hard. Even though she'd had an umbrella, Maria had been in the rose garden amid all that wind and rain the whole time. If I have to hear her complain about that stupid fucking rose with garbage around it again.
But it has narrative significance.
She had grown ice cold. Maria had
Minor
gotten
fight.
into a minor fight with Rosa in the rose garden and had been told to stay there after several punches to the head.
Yeah.
She had done as she was told and had continued to wait in that spot, even though the rain was pouring down. Rosa certainly had gotten a little emotional and angry, but Maria's stubborn whim was probably more to blame and not
Oh.
the abuse that
I
Rosa
see.
has. We opened the last chapter with her beating the shit out of Maria.
Well, you know.
The cousins who had seen that exchange were relieved to see that mother and child were close to each other again.
Whatever you say, bro.
Rosa scrubbed Maria's head with the towel. She seemed overcome with worry that Maria had caught cold, but Maria herself was nonchalant.
I'm nonchalant.
Hella nonchalant.
A
redhead
child, I'm nonchalant.
Are you okay? You didn't catch a cold, did you?
Catch
Maybe
cold.
we really... Maybe we really should go back for now. I get a change of clothes.
I'm just fine. More importantly, I'm hungry, so food's better than changing clothes,
Oh, yeah, it's better.
she looks okay on Rosa. She's gotta be if she's this happy.
It's a really good thing she had an umbrella. I was thinking she might be soaked to the bone. The fact that she had an umbrella certainly is a silver lining. I hope no one mysterious gave it to her.
But Maria, even if you have an umbrella, you gotta get to shelter when it starts raining so hard, okay? Little girls definitely shouldn't let their bodies get cold. It's okay, Jessica-chan. It's Mama's fault for telling her to stay there. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry.
I'm a good girl? I'm a good girl for doing what Mama said? I stayed there even though it was cold. Stay there until Mama came.
Yes, you really are a good girl, Maria. You did exactly what Mama said. Very well done. But next time, even if Mama tells you to do something, find some shelter if it starts raining like that. Okay? Promise, Mama.
Promise, Mama.
Star!
Yeah.
As Rosa gently held Maria, they joined their pinkies together and promised. Battler and the others realized by touching her mother's pinky, the warmth had started to return to Maria's body. What
Like
the fuck do you
magic.
mean by-
Oh my god, hi, Cannon!
Oh my god, I forgot about this guy.
Cannon, oh shit. Cannon-kun, thanks
Yes,
for the
yes.
towel! That really helps.
Then if you would excuse
Wait,
me.
don't leave.
What?
As Cannon bowed with a blank expression as though he'd done nothing that required gratitude, he left the parlor.
Okay, it's already dinner time. Let's all go together. I'll even give Maria my dessert for being so good.
Really, Mama? Oh my god. Get dessert. Love Mama, love Mama.
Hey, Maria, don't jump around.
Let's go dessert.
Mama love you too, Maria. Love Maria, love Maria.
I love Mama too. Love Mama.
Guys, maybe things will be okay. Maybe she'll stop beating her.
She oohed with her.
Rosa and Maria looked really close. Even the cousins who watched started to feel a long-forgotten warmth fill up their chests, though hiding behind all of it was the cycle of abuse that does not end or go away out of thin air. You have to do shit about it, but we're just gonna not talk about it!
Oh, wow. Guys, I think Shane's reaching his breaking point with the narrative.
That's fucking good.
You know, that might be the age when you're on your best terms with your parents.
It wasn't like that for me. Mom was always yelling at me to study, study, study.
That's because they love their children. Parents' love isn't always gentle and indulgent. My mother was strict with me too, but now I realize it was because she treasured me so.
Oh, well, the cycle of
I
abuse.
have no problems. I'm fine.
I will not be the one who breaks the cycle.
Love Maria, love Maria. So shall we get some food? Let's be friends and hold hands.
Be friends and hold hands. Mama and me, friends, friends.
Yes, that's right.
I hate this.
Mama and
Yippee.
Maria are friends. We'll always be like this. I love you, Maria.
Punches her in the
Oh.
face.
So wait, is the first Twilight the ones who were
What the
close?
fuck is this bullshit?
Or
What's going on all of a sudden? What's up?
Oh!
The sudden
Shit.
sound had come from the teacup Gretel had been holding, which had fallen and
But
smashed.
she'd be like, what the fuck is this? Sorry, I got careless. Sorry for dropping it.
The cup on the floor had smashed to pieces. Would it really have made such a sound and smashed to pieces just by being dropped from that height? She fucking spiked it like
Yeah.
a remote.
Yeah, she's hella mad.
Even someone as thick-headed as Badler could realize she was. It really is.
Renove.
Fucking Renove. Even someone as stupidly thick-headed as Badler could realize that she was in a bad mood over something. But he couldn't understand why she had suddenly grown so displeased.
Don't worry, Anjay's losing her patience with the narrative too. Oh, hey, Renove.
When she made to bend over and pick up the fragments of the cup, Renove appeared out of nowhere and stopped her. You will injure yourself. Leave the cleaning up to me. Shall I bring you another cup of black tea?
I don't need it. I guess a demon's black tea just doesn't match my taste.
Oh, to think there's someone whose tastes aren't satisfied even by Renove's tea. I must respect your discerning palate.
I'm getting bored, so I'll go out for a second.
Bored? Wait a sec, this is where things start to get interesting. About now, Maria's probably gonna say that she got an umbrella and a letter from Beatrice again, right? This is the essential part.
Excuse me. Sorry, but I'm counting on you to clean this up. But
Leave it to me. Without saying anything else, Gretel disappeared of her own accord. Her form literally melted and disappeared into thin air. There was definitely a displeased expression on her face, but neither Badler nor Renove, and of course not Beato either, could understand why her mood had so suddenly worsened. All that remained was the scent of the black tea she spilled.
Rough.
You know, me and Anjay are shaking hands on that shit right now.
oh, you'll see why. Anyway,
Ooh.
I don't like it. No, to be more blunt, it disgusts me.
Why are you so irritated, Anjay?
Why, you say? Isn't it obvious?
I don't understand.
Even Maria One-chan, with that blank expression on her face, irritated me. As I held my hands palms up in the empty air, from out of nowhere a single book landed on them. It was Maria One-chan's diary. Even though I didn't turn the pages were flipped through, despite there being no wind, and the door to Maria One-chan's world opened.
Why do you think I'm not happy, Anjay?
Think about it objectively.
By objectively, you mean from your viewpoint, right?
Are you trying to say that the truth is different from me and you, Maria One-chan?
Oh my god, guys. Holy shit. Holy
Truth
shit.
can
Narrative
change its
through
form,
line.
depending on the observer. And observers in the future always overwrite that form. Anjay, what are you trying to do to my happiness?
No, that's not true because the only point of view is mine, and if you have any other, then you're wrong.
The pages of the diary were flipped through at greater and greater speeds. Then a brilliant light poured out from the depths of the diary, swallowing everything up and painting over everything with white. My eyes!
My eyes!
Flashback.
Head explodes.
Ring ring. Sorry, Maria. Mama has to take care of some urgent business that's piled up, so I need to stay holed up at the company for a while. I probably won't be able to come back home until late at night the day after tomorrow.
Then what about your promise to go to the movies with me on Sunday?
The movies? I don't know. Is this Andre narrating?
I think.
Do you think?
Maybe?
She's seeing... I assume she's seeing
Okay, then
Maria's memories.
then I'll narrate it. Judging by Rosa's tone, she had clearly forgotten that promise. But Maria's response to that was an apology for asking. I'm sorry. Maria apologized for troubling her mother by asking that question.
I'll stay home. I'll definitely wait patiently. I'll take a bath every day and change my underwear. And I know where the money is. I'll go to a different store every day. I'll try not to go out too late. If a policeman asks, I'll say I'm running errands for Mama. I'll do what Mama says. Like Mama says.
That's right. You really are being a good girl. If you do that, I'll buy you a present. Okay? Go to bed by 9. You mustn't tell the teacher or any adults that Mama isn't coming home. Okay?
Man.
Yes. So Mama, do your best at work. Do your best. Finish your work and come back as soon as you can. I won't cry all night and annoy the neighbors anymore. So come back quickly.
Well then, I'm busy, so I'll hang up. Be a good girl and wait. Don't do anything you shouldn't. Goodbye. No,
So
I
they
love you.
retconning the type of abuse? Is that what's happening?
Well, no, because all the beating her up stuff that happened while they were on the island, that was only in those go-arounds of the story, right? But that flashback, that happened no matter what.
Well, even on the even on the train before, you know, like all that stuff with like the Halloween candy, like that still happened before the island.
Yeah, all the flashback stuff still happened.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay,
But,
so still straight up abusive. We're just getting
A different
so
side of it.
it's even worse than we thought, pretty much. Yeah. Oh, great. Cool. Awesome.
Click. With a tone of finality in her voice, Rosa hung up the phone without waiting for Maria's answer. Maria politely set down the receiver and returned to the sofa. There sat the stuffed animal named Sakutado, with whom she'd been watching TV until a second ago. Sakutado was holding the remote control to the TV. The TV had been turned off because of the phone call. He looked like he was telling her to push the switch because he wanted to watch TV again quickly.
Sakutado, wanna watch TV?
Sakutado, yes.
Oh my god, he's back.
Yeah, he's back. He's back.
Yes.
If you don't want to watch anymore, Maria, if the Actors team gets all the questions right, they could still make a huge comeback.
No, that's enough TV. Again, Mama was busy with her work and didn't come home. Mama works so much overtime that she doesn't come home until late. Because she has dates or something, she always comes home after drinking a lot of alcohol, even though she's not good at drinking. And with a pale face, she'll go straight into the shower and then to bed. And because she has overtime even on the weekends or something, she said she has to spend the night there and almost never comes home. Recently, she started saying something about how she's got a big job she's working on, so this sort of thing happens a lot. The pictures I did my best on drawing during drawing time were laughed at by everyone. But even so, I wanted to show them just to Mama. And once again, she won't be able to look at them for me. And I could talk about the time everyone pushed the job of cleaning up onto me, but I did my best by myself and was praised by the teacher. Or the time I went shopping, and the man at the shop said I'm always such a good kid and gave me a free canned coffee. Then there was the time I wanted to encourage Mama because she worked so hard on her job, and hid a card for her under her pillow. And there's a lot of other things I wanted to talk about.
Mama's working really hard at her job. She's working with all of her strength so that we can eat every day.
I hate her job. If only she just quit.
A job is an important thing for adults to do. It lets Maria eat, buys clothes, pays for school lunches, and pays for the deposit for summer camp. All that happens because Mama works and earns money in the taxes and the 401k and all that.
I don't need
Mama,
food.
it's tax season.
I don't
Did
need
you
clothes. I'm literally like dying.
Did you file?
Don't need clothes, don't need school lunches, and don't want to go to summer camp. It's not like any of the groups will let me join in.
Just now on the phone, Mama promised that she'd buy a present when she comes back from work, right? I think she made that promise because you're important to her, Maria. And she'd feel bad if she made you so lonely.
You think so?
Oh. Yeah, it definitely isn't a pain for her, any annoying or anything. Mama also wants to be by your side all the time, Maria. It's also painful and sad for her, since she can't do that.
It's also really funny that Sakutaro, because she's made by
Rosa.
Maria, by Rosa, is
Yeah.
defending her. That's interesting. That's very interesting.
Well, I mean, like, he's literally the embodiment, like, of, you know,
Her trying
Her-
to take
her-
care of
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a representation of the love that she wants to give but
Yeah.
can't always. Because, you know, she's definitely a shit parent and she abuses her kid, but it's not just abuse, it's neglect also.
yeah.
Yeah.
And specifically the neglectful aspect is like part of the family trauma. Because like she's being dragged away by her job and she literally can't do anything about that. So she's being forced to be neglectful.
I
But,
remember when...
Oh yeah, you're good. No, I was just gonna say that the drinking is her fault. You know?
Alright,
Yeah, be a bear.
I
You're
remember
lying.
when she spent the whole night by your side crying.
He said it was a bear,
It's a
so.
lion.
I corrected myself.
Yeah.
Brian.
I didn't understand why she was crying, but she was so sad. And I couldn't do anything but stay silent by her side.
I remember the last thing Mama said then. She said, "Thank you, Maria." She said that just by being by her side, you were her only ally in the world. I don't know how to pronounce that shit, but you remember?
You did good.
Yeah, I'm her only ally in the world, she said.
Damn onomatopoeias I've never heard before.
Sakutaro set the remote control on the table, crawled up into the
Sakutaro set the remote control on the table, crawled up into the sofa, sat on my lap, and spoke to me, gazing into my eyes.
Did he do that or did you pick him up? Be honest. Be so for real.
Shut up.
Shut up, it's magic, fuck you.
Let the child dream.
I'm sure Mama feels the same way you do, Maria. The designs Mama draws are only the ones left that by her clients. Only Mama's company has troublesome jobs pushed onto it by other companies. Oh god, I ran out of air.
That voice kind of.
Oh god, shit.
Mama is the president, so she has to take care of everything by herself. Only Mama's company never gets included in the business
Oh.
of other companies. Mama's only ally is Maria. If you tell her to stop doing her job, where in the world could she find an ally?
Sakutaro.
The only person I have in the world is Maria. The only person Mama has in the whole world is Maria. What about you, Maria? What's your problem?
You don't have anybody.
I've got Mama, and I got you too, Sakutano. Oh,
So, Maria, you aren't lonely at all. Since Mom is busy with her work, she can't be together with you very often, but please, don't blame her for that, Maria. In exchange, we'll always be here. We'll be by your side forever. So don't cry, okay? You can't your sadness be stopped? If I'm with you, look at my little, you can hold me by the little ring thing and then slam me around.
Sakutano!
From the corner of Maria's heart, which she had been doing her best to seal up, drops of sadness finally dripped down. Drip, 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 drip.
But he was just like, damn, pussy, what the fuck are you crying for?
No!
Even though weekends when Mama didn't come home weren't that rare a thing, it wasn't as though that night was particularly painful or sad compared to other nights. Oh god, okay, that's not me anymore.
And yet, Maria's tears poured down.
Maria, don't cry. I'll always be with you, even if you cry, Maria. I won't. I'm a lion cub, so I won't cry even if I'm lonely. Even if I thought I'd want to cry too, I won't.
Why won't you cry, Sakutano? Even though you're so sad that you can't hold back the tears, you won't cry?
But if I cry, who'll make you feel better? So I won't. After all, I want to get your spirits up.
If I get my spirits up, will Mama come back?
That's a complicated question, kid. Jeez. When Mama comes back, if she's welcomed by a happy Maria, I'm sure she's gonna be happy.
Mama will be happy?
If you do that, I'm sure her fatigue from work will also be healed. Then I'm sure she'll start feeling better sooner and will play with you a lot. I'm making some checks my mouth can't cash here, but when you come home, Mama's waiting for you there, and she's in the kitchen in high spirits. You don't feel really happy?
Don't you?
I'm sure Mama feels the same way.
So if I watch over the house in high spirits, Mama will be happy too?
Yeah, sure.
Sakutaro nodded deeply with his big head. The tears couldn't keep falling from Maria's eyes. If she greeted Mama with a tear-stained face, Mama would probably get sad too.
Oh my god, Sakutaro has a lot to say for an inanimate object.
Do you want to switch? I mean, I could be Sakutaro if it hurts your feelings.
No.
Okay,
Hey,
okay.
hey.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
I just need a little sippy.
Okay, that's okay.
I believe in you, bro.
Don't hurt me.
I'm trying to keep the voice consistent, but I
It
feel
is
like
consistent.
it keeps changing.
No, it feels consistent to me.
I have no clue how I'm doing it either. Just my throat's doing something.
It's doing
He's doing
something.
something.
Thank you for coughing into the mic.
I literally turned away. Kiss my ass. You're annoying as
Wet
fuck, bro.
plant. Oh,
Gosh.
How could
Maybe
you
if
say
you didn't call
that?
attention to it, then maybe the people wouldn't have noticed.
Are you embarrassed?
Anyway, besides the marital spats, you know, Maria, you can use the magic to create your smile. Wait, what the fuck? Hold on. You know, Maria. You can't use the magic that creates smiles if you aren't smiling too. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I know. So I won't cry anymore.
Hey, Maria, I'm like this. I have a fun time. Want to hear it?
What?
Yeah, I agree.
Mama will come back until late night Sunday, so let's have a pajama party and keep it a secret from Mom.
A pajama party?
Oh,
Until you
fire.
get tired late tonight, eat candy and drink soda in bed and play with me.
A pajama party? Yeah, sounds fun. I don't have to go to bed at 9, right? Mama won't get mad if I don't sleep.
It's a secret between me and you. only for when Mama isn't around. So tonight, until you get sleepy, let's have fun the whole, let's eat jelly beans and try to color. Let's split open peanuts and try to guess which half is your grandpa. Let's search for treasure in the closet, except for that. Don't touch the little rubber thing on the floor in your mom's closet. That's not for you. And more, I wonder what it'll taste like if we mix cola and melon soda.
Okay.
I wanted to try it once, but asked Mama if it was okay and she got mad.
Oh god.
Oh god. Jamie, as the UMINEKO fan, how's my Sakutaro voice? Is it?
I think it's perfect.
I can't take it seriously, but it's very fun.
It's so funny.
Dude, he might, I have to tell you, Shane, he might not be the most serious guy.
Oh god. Oh Jesus Christ. Don't tell me that now.
Let's keep it a secret from Mama. Try it out. Tonight, let's play a lot, laugh a lot, and blow away our tears with happiness. Don't worry, it'll definitely be fun if I'm here.
Jamie says terrible. I love it.
Thank you.
I'll definitely make you happy, Maria.
Yeah. It'll definitely be fun if Sakutaro's there. I'll definitely be happy. Thank you, Sakutaro. I won't cry anymore. Let's play all we can, get happy all we can, and say welcome back when Mama gets home.
You're gonna make yourself sick.
Yeah.
Tonight, let's play a lot and feel a lot better. Let's have a kind of secret party we can only have when Mama isn't here. For noisy enough, I'm sure plenty of friends will come to play from the land of the Looking Glass in Wonderland, or the cops. And we'll have so many friends, we'll be able to get bored.
And you!
Well, then Maria began her pajama party all alone with Sakutaro, having fun until late into the night. She played by sticking her hand into the bag of jelly beans without looking, trying to guess which color she'd pull out next. Sakutaro had good intuition and got it right a lot. Maria also had a brilliant streak where she guessed right 4 times in a row. The game where she split peanuts open and tried to guess which was the grandpa was easier than guessing the color of the jelly beans, so she got it right a lot. What the fuck is the grandpa?
I don't know what that means. Time to Google.
Give me your gift, Jamie!
Japan.
Oh my god, Sakutaro. Oh my god, Sakutaro. Oh my god, he looks so derpy.
Grandpa.
It's grandpa.
Grandpa peanut.
Oh my god, he looks so derpy in the anime. Oh.
Japanese peanuts.
Penis? Penis?
Where is it? Where did it go?
Oh, there it is.
Sakutaro, look at him!
I can't find an explanation for Grandpa
Bro's
Peanuts.
just chilling.
He's super chillin', dude. Where do I
What's
put
that animation from?
It's from the anime.
There's
really,
an anime?
The really,
Yeah.
really bad anime.
Oh gosh, I
Yeah.
have to check that out.
Alright. Sucking her salt-covered fingers was impolite, but that was the yummiest part. She liked both cola and melon soda on their own. She hoped that by mixing her 2 favorite drinks there might be a flash of light like alchemy, and a new drink that no one had ever tasted before would be created. She got excited about how, if it turned out really delicious, she'd call it Sakutaro soda and sell it. But unexpectedly, it had a weird taste that she hadn't hoped for, and the color was somewhat dull and thick.
Maybe I shouldn't have been surprised that black and green mixed together would make this. Too bad. I imagined that it'd become a sparkling pineapple color.
Yeah, I've heard good things about the manga. But it was an awesome, incredible, fun night.
Oh, never mind. But it was an awesome, incredible, fun night. If it's fun here, maybe Mama will feel like coming home and drop by out of the blue. So I got the feeling that Mama might suddenly come home and went to the front door many times to check. But there was no way Mama would be able to come home when she was this busy with work.
Oh, okay. I found a thing I read. Okay, so yeah, it's just a little thing. It's like doing a wishbone. When you snap the peanut in half before taking it out of its shell, it's just whichever one looks like a head with a little beard. So whichever one pulls off more of the shell looks like it has a little beard, and that's the
Nice.
grandpa.
That's fire.
But rather than a feeling of loneliness, it just felt like a little disappointing that Mama couldn't join in on this fun late-night party. Sometime soon I'll do this when Mama is around and let her join in. Mama likes some things I don't think are yummy, so maybe she'll really like Sakutato soda. When Mama comes back tired, I'll serve her some. And more than anything, I want to at least write about this fun night in a letter and tell Mama about it. So that these feelings of happiness will reach Mama too. Her work is always so tough and she comes home so tired, so I hope I can share this happiness with her. Mama will almost certainly come home tired, late Sunday night, and I hope I can brighten her day even just a little by sharing this happiness. I gently placed that letter on Mama's desk. To Mama, good job with your work again today. Let me share my happiness with you. From Maria. Then I decided to give a present to Sakutato for proposing this wonderful party. It was a small red muffler I found when searching for treasure in the closet. When I was still very young, Mama knitted this tiny thing. Maria was embroidered on it with knitting wool. I softly wrapped that muffler around Sakutato. It really suited him, accenting his yellow with red very well. Yeah.
Aww.
Did you look good on me? Why do you just have a UK flag on it? Wait a minute, that's a war medal. What the fuck? Why is there a war medal on this child's scarf?
Sakutato look embarrassed as he wore his first present ever. Yeah, it really looks good on him. Sakutato, thank you so much for everything. It was so fun tonight. I can't even remember why I was crying. Let's be together from now on. Let's always play and laugh together.
I love you, Maria. I'm a war veteran now.
Me too. Love you, Sakutato.
Yeah, war.
After playing so wildly, Maria's room was a mess. Maybe she played a little too much.
But I'm tired for today, so let's sleep together. And tomorrow, we'll clean up together and welcome Mama with a clean room. Alright, Sakutato?
Okay, sure, whatever.
See? No. We are so happy, right?
Oh, poor Andre.
Is
Had to
this-
see that whole thing
yeah.
and be like, ah, fuck.
Yeah. Is this your happiness, Maria One-chan?
Yeah. I'm happy.
Even though you were looking forward to that movie so much, and Aunt Rosa promised that she'd definitely take you, she completely forgot.
She just happened to forget because she was so busy with work. Even if she remembered, with her work, there'd be nothing she could do. Whether she remembered or not, Mama would have spent the night at work. She couldn't go to the movies. Whether she remembered or not is a minor issue.
There's no way that's a minor issue. After all, when Aunt Rosa answered movie on the phone, it was obvious that she'd completely forgotten her promise. And when she heard that, Maria One-chan's mood definitely darkened. Well, like you say, even if Aunt Rosa had remembered her promise, you wouldn't have been able to go to the movies in the end. But even so, to think that your mother just forgot her promise to spend one of her few days off with you, it's sad. I'd be mad.
Yeah, it was sad. Because even if she had remembered, we wouldn't have been able to go to the movies. But after that, I had a very, very fun night with Sakutato. You must have thought that pajama party looked really fun too, Andre.
There's no way that would be fun. I mean, all that messing around you did that night was just intentionally making a big fuss about nothing. Also, you could forget that you were lonely and that your mother wasn't coming home.
That's not true. I really did have a fun party with Sakutato.
No, that's wrong. You were just so sad, and you hated your mother so much for forgetting her promise that you made a mess of your room.
No, it's a choice to be bitter. It's a choice.
Where was something like that ever written in my diary?
It wasn't written anywhere, but by reading in the gaps between every line, I can understand your feelings. You didn't have a good time at all that evening, and you stayed up late even when you were told not to, broke the strict rule about eating sweets outside of snack time, and even when that didn't bury your sadness, you went wild in your room and made a mess of it, right? And after you made a mess of your room and were all tired out, all you did was claw at the bedsheets and cry yourself to sleep, right?
The diary does say that Mama probably forgot her promise about the movie, and that I stayed up late having a pajama party with Sakutato, and made a mess in my room searching for treasure.
Yes, and this is what it means. You were starving for Aunt Rosa's love, Maria One-chan. And Aunt Rosa always put her work and her public image first, always keeping you on the back burner. That's what disgusts me, because I know just how superficial Aunt Rosa's words of love for you were. You should realize this yourself. So, how can you say you're happy despite that? I don't understand. That part of you, Maria One-chan. Even at my age, I can't understand it at all. Why are you sad? Why is it that you could experience a reality filled with misfortune and call yourself happy? I can't do it. I can't understand it.
You're a sad kid, Anjay.
Damn.
I don't get it. Why are you pitying me?
Even though a fact about a really fun pajama party is written about in my diary, if the same fact is observed by different people, it has a different form.
I remember talking about something like this with Burn Castle. Truth is unfixed and changes its form every time it's witnessed. By the way it's perceived. In other words, depending on the person who perceives it, a single truth becomes different truths. And truths of the past are painted over by truths of the future.
In this diary, I wrote that what happened that night was very, very fun.
You described the events of that night as something very happy.
And yet, when you read the diary, the events of that night sound very, very sad.
Even though you describe it as a happy scene, I read between the lines and realized that wasn't true.
Stop it! This tells of a happy night. This is the truth of that night. Please, don't take this happy truth and paint over it with a new, different truth.
Are you happy with this, Maria One-chan?
Yes, I'm happy. That's why I feel sad for you, since you wouldn't be able to feel happiness in a similar situation.
Right now, I'm like she was then, just as isolated with no friends. Oh, okay. Okay. Anjay had accepted her isolated reality for what it was, but Maria painted over her isolated reality with a reality of happiness. Ushidomiya Maria took a sad truth and changed it into happiness. That was the only, and yet very large, difference between me and Maria One-chan. And even though I'm unable to accept it, I'm also jealous of that power.
Yes, that's right. This is power. I was able to find happiness with that power. Because you don't have that power, you can't find happiness, Anjay.
What is that power?
I don't know what to call that power either. Not at this point in time, at least. Eventually, I was taught its true form. I'll talk about it later, on the next page. So then, late Sunday night, Mama came back with a present, just like she promised.
Water.
Wow. Oh, she gets home.
I'm back.
She's gonna fucking beat her child in a drunken stupor.
Mama, welcome home!
Mama came back! Mama came back! She probably can't hear me. Oh, shit.
Waiting to greet Rosa as she returned home all tired out was Maria, in an unbelievably good mood, holding Sakutato. Most likely, Rosa's worn-out expression was partly because she really was tired, partly because it would be a pain when Maria, who should have been grumbling after staying home alone for several days, would cling to her sobbing. However, when she was welcomed by an unbelievably happy Maria, and found that her fears were unbelievably needless, Rosa couldn't hide her surprise. What's going on, Maria? You're in a great mood? Is someone here? It was strange enough to make Rosa think that a friend had come over, and that she'd come home right when they were having a good time playing together. But there were no other shoes by the entrance. Even though Maria was in such high spirits, she had been home alone. At first, Rosa was suspicious that the cause of this unexpected good mood could be nothing good. But that really was a needless fear. In any event, Maria really had been in a good mood while she watched over the house. Even if Rosa's heart had been as cold and hard as a rock, after being welcomed with a smile like this. Rosa started to honestly accept that smile, and a smile rose to her own face automatically. In that smile, you could no longer see any of the weariness of someone who'd been unable to return home for several days. Maria kept talking about what a fun time she had playing with her stuffed animal, Sakutato. Rosa really hadn't imagined that this stuffed animal she herself had given would be so appreciated, and she couldn't hide her pleased surprise. I see. So you spent the time together with Sakutato. Well done, Maria. Here's a present for Maria and Sakutato for being so good.
Damn it.
The present, no boy.
What is it?
Both
I
Maria
hope it's menthol cigarettes. That's
Oh.
my favorite.
Both Maria and Sakutato started jumping around. There were two presents. One contained an assortment of Western sweets. Inside was a Scotch cake. It looked to be of very high quality. But Maria was more interested in the other one. The other one was an even bigger box, and it was pretty heavy. Go ahead and open it. They might become new friends for you and Sakutato, okay?
Ah, what's this? What's this?
Inside, laid there like chess pieces, were about 20 small ceramic figures shaped like animals. Squirrels, rabbits, small birds, dogs, and cats. And they were all holding musical instruments. In addition to them, there was also a panorama-style background. A forest scene was drawn on it. The small forest animals were gathered in a plaza and looked like they were having a good time. Rosa set it up on the table, and when she lined up the ceramic figures like chess pieces in front of it, it became a band of forest animals. Isn't it wonderful? I saw it in a store window, and I was taken with it at a glance. This is a present for you being such a good girl home alone, Maria.
Thank you, Mama. Awesome, Sakutato. Look how much our friends have grown. It's just like you said, Sakutato. If it's true that if we had fun, noisy time, we get more friends.
Right, didn't I tell you? Look, we're more friends. Look, we're more friends.
Relieved that her gift had been appreciated, Rosa remembered that she had been filled with several days of weariness.
Mama, you really worked hard. Go take a shower. If you take a hot one, I'm sure your weariness will go away. Want to take a bath? I'll choose what to put in the bath today.
Thank you. But it's already late, so get ready to go to bed. Mama is tired, so I'll just take a shower and go to sleep. I have to get up early tomorrow.
Yeah, got it. Here, Mama, I'll take your coat off.
I can do it myself. Oh, thank you.
Mama, your coat is full of smells from outside. Oh, sorry, something fell out. I'll pick it up, okay?
When she took Rose's coat, a receipt or ticket stub or something fell out. It had, it had been in, okay, I guess the narrator is calling her Mama. It had been in Mama's pocket, so it was probably important. Maria hurriedly picked it up. It looked like a ticket for the green car or the Shinkansen or something. A Tommy? Wasn't that a place famous for its hot springs? At that moment, with a razor-sharp sound, the warm atmosphere shattered. Instead of the Rosa who had been there just a second ago, enjoying the gift with her daughter and recovering from her weariness with a long-awaited return home, there stood a person who looked exactly the same, but who had a completely different, terrifying expression on her face. In her hand was the ticket stub that Maria had picked up. She had stolen it from Maria's hand in an instant. Just a few seconds too late, by the pain of her hand that had been hit. And her mother's expression, Maria realized that she must have done something wrong.
Ah, fuck this bitch, bro.
But she didn't know what she had done that had gotten her in trouble. It was probably because of that ticket stub-like thing. Was she not supposed to touch it? Even though she had tried so hard to welcome Mama with fun and happiness, she had touched something important to Mama without asking, and had ruined that pleasant atmosphere. So Maria apologized immediately.
Sorry.
Even though she must have heard those words of apology, Rosa's expression actually darkened. Maybe those weren't the words she had been hoping for. Maria didn't know what to do, and stared at her mother's reaction. Then, even though it should have been such an important ticket stub, Rosa crushed it up and hurried off to her room. Maria didn't really understand what she had done wrong.
I must have done something I shouldn't have. That paper must have been something important for Mama's work. And I touched it without asking.
You didn't do anything wrong, Maria. That's why tonight was so very happy.
Yeah, happy.
And when Mama takes a bath and clears her head, she'll go back to being a normal, nice Mama. So you mustn't worry about it. I'm sure she won't punch you before you go to the thing with your family.
You're right. Mama's tired too. I mustn't worry about it. After all, we were so happy tonight.
Just stop it. I can't watch this.
Anje, I think you're looking for happiness in the wrong way.
You're the one who's wrong, One-chan. How can you call this happiness? It's so pitiful that I can't watch anymore.
What is? That Mama suddenly got mad? That happens sometimes when humans get tired. Condemning a person because of a momentary misplaced emotion isn't very adult of you, Anje.
I can't believe I'm hearing this from a 9-year-old. But that's not the problem. That ticket stub you picked up was clearly strange.
What was? There was nothing strange about it, and it has nothing to do with the happiness of the night, right?
Aunt Rosa called because she'd been staying over at her company because of work, right? Why a Tommy? Isn't that what you call a vacation? It means she left you and went on a vacation, right? And you normally don't go on a vacation by yourself.
Even if that was a ticket for a Tommy, that alone doesn't make it proof that Mama lied and went on vacation, right?
She lied on the phone, and then she changed her expression so drastically and grabbed it from you. What more proof could you want?
It might have been from a business trip long ago, right? Or maybe she just happened to pick up some trash and put it in her pocket. It might have been a receipt from someone who worked for her, who went on a business trip. In that case, it would be important for her work. It wasn't a toy, so I can understand why Mama took it away. This evidence you're talking about is only circumstantial. Imagination and illusions. I don't know why you're interpreting it in a way that makes a relationship worse.
I'm the one who doesn't understand why you're interpreting it in a way that's so convenient for Aunt Rosa.
As I thought, you're a pitiable child, Anji. Even though there are so many fragments lying about you that could make you happy, you can't find them. Instead, you only look at unhappy fragments and continue to get hurt. That's why you're scared of being hurt. And only start looking for happiness after you check to make sure there's nothing around that could hurt you.
When I talk to you, One-chan, it gets hard to tell which one of us isn't making sense.
You know what? There are lots of happy and unhappy fragments, and they fill the world up. So people who can't find happiness right beside them won't be able to find it no matter how hard they look.
Oh.
Like Tittle and Mittle. I guess, searching for the blue bird.
Oh yeah, that story with a moral.
You're the complete opposite, Anjay. You're searching for a world without a fragment of unhappiness. But that's the same as the blue bird. So you'll be unable to find your happiness for all eternity. Is Battler Hansel? Or is he the blue bird?
Give it a rest already. In any event, I understand that a night of happiness is wasted because of a single scrap of paper.
It sure is scary that a single scrap of paper could do that. In that case, Maybe the power to get your happiness back can also lie in a single scrap of paper, right?
Just when she'd finally been able to communicate with Maria after so long, Rosa's face twisted with a mixture of anger, sadness, and a fierce self-hatred as she flew into her room and closed the door. Maria's sorry had sliced her chest sharper than a knife. At that time, she noticed a cute envelope placed on her study table. It was probably something that had come from with a girls' magazine. "To Mama, let me share my happiness with you," it said. She took it, and after hesitating, opened it and read what was inside. Then, after letting 2 large tears drip down the paper, she flew out of the room, hugged Maria from behind as she headed for the bathroom, buried her face into her daughter's back, cried. Then, realizing that she was the one who should be apologizing, she apologized. Why is Mama apologizing? There was no answer to that question.
Look, we already meet up. Something like that was absolutely nothing to worry about because of the friendship Mama and I share.
To me, your happiness is too painful, Maria One-chan.
I understand how you feel more or less. Before I realized I had that power, even I was a pitiful child who could only find fragments filled with misfortune, just like you are now.
What is that power? This power that I don't have, but you do. Are you saying that I'm unfortunate and you're blessed because I don't have that? Just what is this thing that you can't describe except with an abstract word like power?
Yeah, you do want to know that, Anjay. That's why you've been reading my story so far. Of course I'll teach you. I'll show you the secret to that power. And it's something I taught you about long ago, when you were little, right? Did you forget? It's okay. I remember. She will teach you.
She? Who's that?
I shall teach you in Maria's place.
Beatrice? Good God,
Oh, my F.
They don't give me a fucking break.
Oh boy.
They don't give me a fucking break.
Hey, how do you
It's
think
great. I'm
I
enjoying
fared
the show.
doing tight throat silly bear the whole time?
The power Maria has, but you do not. Yeah, the power I have, but Anjay doesn't. It's magic!
Well, you can't split your voice in half and do it at the same time? Well, you can't do that. Maria and Beato said it together, and they started giggling because they said it at the same time. It was an innocent reaction, one that didn't seem like Beato at all. Oh shit, we back at Hidden Manor. Black tea was arranged on a table in a peaceful garden, and Beato, Maria, and Sakutaro, who was sitting on Maria's lap, were having fun chatting.
Oh, I see. He is called Sakutaro. So this is your best friend.
Nice to meet you. I'm Sakutaro. I'm a war veteran and an alcoholic.
Sakutaro's shy, so he's nervous. It's okay. Beatrice also is a great friend of mine.
I'm Maria's friends. My friends.
Yeah,
And I'm Beatrice's friend too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maria, does something like this happen frequently for you in your everyday life? What? Is breathing a spirit of magic into inorganic matter and giving it life like this commonplace in your everyday life?
Oh shit.
Sakutaro isn't inorganic matter, he's a lion cub.
Yeah, lion noises.
A stuffed animal makes for an excellent vessel. It is not uncommon for spirits to be made to be made to reside in them when they are spoken to by innocent children with no toxin.
According to Beatrice, every time a child plays with dolls, the dolls actually gain a will and can converse with them, sometimes even moving by their own will. However, because of their innocence, the power imbued into such a vessel is very weak. If they get struck with even a tiny bit of the toxin from a human's common sense, which says that there's no way a doll can talk or move, they instantly revert to being non-speaking dolls.
However, this Sakutaro stuffed animal of yours is different. Sakutaro is a stuffed animal, but he isn't one!
I'm like a...
And he can't roar, so he has to go.
Sakutaro is a lion cub, but he's still a kid, so he can't roar sometimes.
Yeah, what she said.
Gazing at Maria, who was playing around with Sakutaro by the table, loaded with tea, Beatrice let out a sigh of admiration.
How incredible. This Sakutaro, with a cloth and cotton vessel as a shell, has completely materialized into the human world. He has his own personality, talks with the summoner freely, and even moves by his own will. And even more surprising is that Maria did not summon him using the name of a person from another world, but created him out of the sea of zero.
After that, Maria boasted to Beato that Sakutaro wasn't her only friend, and that she had many more of them back at home. It seemed like there were other similar stuffed animals and dolls who could talk and move of their own will like Sakutaro. It was something natural for Maria. It was natural for her stuffed animals to talk, move, and become her friends of their own will. When she saw that Maria accepted this as something natural, as a witch, Beatrice felt a respect bordering on awe.
Maria, without a doubt, that power of yours is magic. It's magic? I'm still a witch apprentice, so I can't use magic yet, right? No, it's magic. Because you cannot use it consciously, you are still an apprentice. But even so, what magical power it is! The materialization of your friend Sakutaro is excellent proof of that. Materialization? Indeed. In your case, it may even be fitting to call it creation. A piece of inorganic matter that would have no soul at all in another's hands can have a soul sent into it through your magic. Furthermore, that strong magical power lies in the human world. In this era so filled with a toxin that denies magic, summoning a magical power that can materialize a single life form is not easy even for me.
Is the narrator?
I don't know. There's no person saying it.
There's gotta be narrator, right?
Okay. It isn't hard to give birth to any number of soulless beings. However, giving birth to one being with a soul is very difficult. This is what Beato asserted.
I don't really understand what you're saying, Beato. You're saying Sakutaro is amazing? Both you and Sakutaro are incredible. You should be proud. I see. That which Kinzo desired above all else seems to dwell most strongly within you. I don't have a clue why Beato is praising Maria so much. Right, Sakutaro?
Don't ask me.
What should be truly admired is not only that a soul has been made to reside in a stuffed animal. Even more significant is the fact that you have changed your own worldview. When it comes to giving birth to something from nothing, you stand out from the crowd. It is easy to make 100 from 1. However, giving birth to 1 from 0 is not. When you do become a full witch, beyond just becoming a match for me, you might grow into a great witch that even I must acknowledge as superior. A witch of origins, perhaps. I'm really looking forward to your future. Beato said I have talent as a witch.
Isn't that great, Maria? Beato, thanks for praising Maria.
No need to thank me, Sakutaro. My red muffler truly suits you, and I am envious of the talent of your master, who was able to give birth to a friend like you.
Thanks for complimenting my muffler. It's a present I got from Maria. It's my favorite, also my only belonging.
And its size is truly like a muffler that was created just for you. I see. I must also give my new friend some kind of present. Beato is giving Sakutaro a present?
Oh god, I don't like when Beatrice does things.
Of course, a gift from a witch must be something with magical power. In that case, so that he can be your friend for all time, and so that you can have even more fun playing with him, I shall give Sakutaro my magic power. With that, he should be able to materialize even more strongly. I'll be able to have much more fun playing with Sakutaro? How's that?
Look at it be, Maria. Is it something scary?
Don't worry. Beato wouldn't do anything scary. Right, Beatrice? Indeed. I believe you will like it. So, to make him materialize even more strongly, a stronger image will be necessary. Well, what to do?
Beato crossed her arms and thought about what she could do to please them even more.
Oh my god.
Then, right there, was the form of yet another witch. It was Beato's teacher, Virgilia. Virgilia truly was a great witch. Since Maria already thought of Beato as a great witch, this person Beato called a great witch must have been a great witch. According to Beato, she still didn't even rise up to this witch's feet when it came to magical power.
My. I thought I had some cheery voices. What a fun tea party this seems to be.
Oh, teacher, perfect timing. I want you to look at this lion cub. I hear he's Maria's new friend.
What a lovely lion son. I wonder if he can greet me. Hello, nice to meet you.
I'm Sakutaro.
Sakutaro fell to Maria's lap in greeting Virgilia with half of his face poking out over the edge of the table. It seems he was very nervous, since this was a witch with even Beato called a teacher.
What an adorable name. As a reward for giving such a good greeting, here's a sweet for you.
After waving her hands about, Virgilia held in the palm of her hand upwards, as though she was lightly grabbing at the empty air. Then she held her fist out in front of Sakutaro. When she opened her fist, there was one of those individually wrapped cough drops.
Wow. Like the strawberry ones.
It's mocking me. It's like,
Does that voice hurt? Yes. Maria, it's candy. Awesome.
Isn't that great, Sakutaro? Make sure to thank her.
Thank you very much for the candy.
Even though Virgilia was a great witch, she still treated a stuffed animal like Sakutaro to an elegant greeting.
Still, teacher, cough drops? Are you someone's granny or something? Can't you at least pull out some strawberry milk candy?
How rude. In that case, I won't be giving you any more.
Sorry. Well then, Maria, take out your grimoire. And of course your writing tools. Yeah, I'll take it out. What should I write?
Oh, what are you starting?
I will use a magic I learned from you, teacher. Magic to make a resident of another world materialize into a vessel. I think that by applying that, we may be able to further strengthen the power that makes this friend of Maria's materialize. I wanted to give that as a gift to Maria and her friend.
Guys, who the fuck is she gonna put inside the doll?
I see. For a being that has already materialized, it shouldn't be that difficult. That could become a wonderful gift. Well then, I shall help too, if only a little.
It it would be very reassuring if you would sign for this magic as a witness, teacher. Be glad, Maria. This will be a wonderful gift.
What's happening? It isn't scary, is it?
Don't know, but I don't think it's scary. What could it be? I can't wait.
Beato borrowed the grimoire from Maria's handbag and majestically flipped through the pages. Then she found an empty page among those filled with magical circles drawn, and flattened it out. After gazing at Sakutaro with a grin, she suddenly started moving her pen. It was something like a written declaration, made by witches to a high-order world. It was magic whose effect could be controlled, as Beatrice wrote and Virgilia signed. Maria didn't understand what Beato was writing at first, but partway through she figured out the wonderful magical power of this document, and her eyes began to sparkle.
Oh, what is it, Maria? What's she drawing?
Sakutaro was on her lap, so he didn't know what was being written on the table. But even if he had seen, Sakutaro probably wouldn't have understood.
Awesome, Sakutaro. Wait a bit. Almost done, almost done. It's amazing, Beato, amazing.
When it comes to writing documents of power, this child's talent is magnificent. You might as well serve, well, you might even serve well as a secretary in the spirit world.
Oh boy. I wonder what it is. Oh, how's this? Not so bad, right?
I suddenly don't trust anything that's happening right now.
After finishing her writing with an intense amount of concentration, Beato looked over the document again, from a distance. It seemed she was fairly satisfied with her work, and Maria, who was also peeking at it, let out a cry of wonder.
Awesome, Beato! Cute! Ooh. By the name of the Golden Witch Beatrice, I now acknowledge Sakutaro, Maria's child. Teacher, you would sign as a witness.
Yes, yes. By my name, I witness and acknowledge this oath. It is done.
Virgilia signed, completing the declaration. It was a document with the power to proclaim to the beings of a higher world that Sakutaro had most certainly materialized in the human world. Sakutaro, who had been born from Maria, was nominated by the two witches, Beatrice and Virgilia, and just now his existence had been acknowledged by the higher world. That itself was the great magic of materialization. According to Beato, it was apparently quite fortunate that Virgilia was there. After all, depending on the number and quality of witches that signed proclamations to the higher world, the power that resided in them could change drastically. Virgilia, in particular, had many friends in the higher plane, so her signature gave the proclamation a power with which Beato's couldn't even compare.
By this proclamation, I accept you, Sakutaro, as an individual with his own ego, and I welcome you as a friend in accordance with the contract of the Mariage Sorcière.
Yeah.
The Mariage Sorcière. From now on, Sakutaro is our common friend. And for that, I shall bestow upon you a fitting form as a gift. Accept it.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Sorry.
With the grimoire still open to the page with the proclamation, she turned it around and handed it to Maria. Maria showed it to Sakutaro on her lap, who, when Sakutaro beheld that proclamation, he felt something hot and bright begin to dwell in his body made of cloth and cotton. Even as he looked around, nervous as this sensation he'd never felt before, that power strengthened, and eventually a bright light completely swallowed him up.
Is he getting a human form right now?
Sakutaro!
Whoa!
Holy shit. It's body horror.
Oh my god! I don't like it.
Look at him, little guy.
Like him.
He's a little guy. He's a baby.
Okay, now I have to change his voice.
Oh no! No, it's perfect.
Then, when the light disappeared, there Maria's friend Sakutaro held a new form and existed.
Adam, Sakutaro was a lion cub, dude. A cub. He's a baby.
Ooh, you're so cute, Sakutaro. Really cute.
Does it really look good at me? Is it embarrassing? Oh, jeez.
It is a very lovely form, Sakutaro-chan.
I figured the muffler was his charm point. And the ears. Animal ears sure are nice, truly cute. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Let me nibble up later. I'm kidding.
Dude, she can't stop grooming.
I'm
stop herself.
joking.
No, she's
I don't
not.
know, that's kind
She
of
didn't
like
say that.
it's kind of like anti-behavior. I don't know.
That's funny.
Thank you, Beatrice. Thank you very much for the wonderful present. There's no need for thanks. This is out of respect for your wonderful magic and your friend. And now that you have reached this level, it would not be odd for you to graduate from being an apprentice at any time. From now on, I shall instruct you on even more new and fun magic. From this point onward, you may call yourself Maria, an apprentice witch of origins. A witch of origins? Indeed. It is the title of a witch who seeks to become a creator. Right now, you are just an enchanter, a magician specializing in forms of magical enhancement, who has only enough strength to breathe magical power into the small objects around her. But after 1,000 years of training, you could conceivably use the magical compendium that resides inside your heart to create a galaxy.
The talent of a witch of origins is very rare. Even though everyone has it when they are young, no one can continue to hold on to it. This title is also proof that you have not lost your untainted heart.
A witch of origins? Awesome! I'll become one! I'm Maria, an apprentice witch of origins.
I also heard that the first time too, Jamie.
Yeah. Also, this is, you haven't seen my full form yet. That's why I have this. That's why I have the staff. 'Cause of Maria.
Aw, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go back now.
Sweet.
Maria is so incredible. A witch of origins, origins. Amazing. Yeah.
Eventually, you'll be able to call yourself a full witch, Lady Maria, Witch of Origins. It may be a good time now to give not only Sakutaro, but you as well an appearance fitting for your rank. Here, I shall give a proper outfit for one who, while still an apprentice, is worthy of using the title of a witch.
So this is metaphysical dead Maria that's getting all this, right?
I
Or is
guess
this-
so.
I like
Maria's
that's the only
dead,
part
yeah.
with this that I'm confused.
Yeah. I'm gonna be so for real. That's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah.
That's what I
I'm like,
thought.
is this Maria from then, or is this metaphysical dead Maria? That's what I want to know.
When Beato waved the pipe that was her cane, the gold butterflies that had appeared out of nowhere grouped around Maria, giving her a wonderful dress.
So yeah, this is
Hooray,
the new
there
art
she
episode.
is. We are the stars.
Yeah.
I do like the sash with all the bows on it. That's
Yeah.
cute. Oh, and she just had the stat. Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cute.
Yeah.
Very cute.
It certainly was fitting for the girl who would eventually take the name of Witch of Origins, combining both cuteness and dignity.
Yay! Oh, that's cute. Amazing! Awesome! Cute! I want to show these clothes to Mama too. Can I? The full dress of a witch must not be shown indiscriminately. Its value increases if you're stingy with it.
Then the Great Witch, hold on. Then the Great Witch, the Witch's apprentice, and their new friend Sakutaro enjoyed a lively tea party.
See? Look how happy I am. And look how fun this is.
No.
Oh boy.
Please don't be afraid of being happy. Becoming happy isn't the same thing as accepting your current misfortune. It means creating a new happiness out of your current misfortune. That is the magic of origins.
Build your own happiness, Anjay, you depressed bitch.
Yeah.
Anjay is like the official party pooper so far.
Every party needs a pooper, that's why
That's
they invited you.
Party poop.
Pooper,
Party
party pooper.
Wow, that was so cute. I didn't want to acknowledge my current world. I couldn't bear to accept such an isolated and painful world. That's why, even though I was entranced by your world, Maria One-chan, I couldn't cross the final line.
I'll teach you about my magic of origins. No, I taught you before, right? And you used it before. Did you forget? You were also a witch apprentice, Anjay, with your name entered into Mariage Saucier, weren't you?
Oh god, Kinzo. Yeah, that was true. Mariage Sorcier. That takes me back. I also had my name entered in there at some point, didn't I? Oh god, are we gonna get a flashback on a flashback? Flashback on a flashback on a flashback?
Oh my god.
Is LannyVA gonna speak? Oh!
No.
Yes, he is actually! Yay!
Holy shit.
Quick, play cowboy bebop music.
Let's get it.
Who the freak is this?
I don't know.
A random man?
Isn't it still Anjay because it's using like I and stuff? Or am I just completely head up my ass?
No, I think this is I think she's talking to someone. If I remember correctly. But I think that her guard guy is also here.
Yeah, but wouldn't it say it was him, dude?
Okay, I received a strange request from a friend. There was a large collection of books, the former possession of a very rich man that were being sold in an auction. And it was thought that some of them might have been extremely valuable to the study of archaeology and folklore as well as in an occult sense. So this friend wanted to witness the worth confidence.
See, it was her. It was her. Get owned. Get owned.
No, it wasn't. It
Yeah,
would have said it
was.
was her.
It was.
No, but it just said ellipses and then it continued
That
the
was
sentence.
87, half a year after the crime on Rokujima. Oh, then who's this? Oh, then who's this?
Oh, dude, I don't
Get
know.
owned! Get owned!
The old rich person, I'll do it.
Thanks.
Correct. It was explained that those books had escaped the disaster at Rokujima. The owner of the island, Miss Ushinomiya Eva, had put them up for auction.
I wish we could just get a fucking name on the text box.
This was apparently a high-class restaurant. A middle-aged man was sitting across from Anjay in a secluded and quiet seat. Amakusa could be seen by the entrance. He was probably keeping a lookout for pursuers from the Sumadera family.
Oh, there he is.
Well, there he is.
Okay, yeah, I'll do old man. The scholarly man across from Anjay spoke politely, but with enthusiasm. He didn't lay a finger on the food in front of him, so you could tell how excited he was as he spoke fervently. He was a professor at a certain college, and particularly well known as an authority on Western folklore. However, among his life's work, that was only convenient exterior. His true life's work was the study of occultism, Western magic, alchemy, and everything else to do with the occult, as well as demonology. In short, he was the kind of person who would revive his mother in the basement. In best position to understand the details of Kinzo's research. Oh, so she's now researching Kinzo's research, okay. First, what I learned by appraising those books was that Miss Ushinomiya Eva had absolutely no education in the study of folklore. And that the original owner of the books, Ushinomiya Kinzo, was certainly one of the top 5 authorities on demonology in Japan.
This is a really good voice. I like this.
Yes, I don't know where it came from, it just happened.
I like it.
April 1987, major city antique shop obtained a large quantity of ancient documents that were thought to have a high historical value. They were entrusted with them by Yoshiromiya Eva, who wanted them to be sold at auction. At the time, it was thought that Eva would succeed the Yoshiromiya family and have all the wealth to herself as the only survivor. However, at that point, not even half a year had passed since the accident, and the others had not been missing long enough to be presumed dead, even under extraordinary circumstances. Because of that, Eva had supposedly been in a very tight spot financially, unable to collect on her family's life insurance. It seems she tried to sell everything of value, and even the books kept in the place where she'd escaped harm in Kuadorian were used for this purpose.
Oh wait, so does Ava being head for Anjay change if the game changes and who lives changes?
Well, it's just a different
I would
fragment.
imagine, right?
It's a different. It's an AU. It's an alternate reality.
Well, I
Okay,
mean, that's
so,
what all of this is, yeah.
Yeah.
So it is multiverse, and whatever
Yeah.
track we're on is just what happens in the game board. That we
Yeah,
finished. Okay.
because you know, when Beatrice and Battler like replay the game over and over, they're coming up with different potential
Yeah, it's different
interpretations, like different
fragments.
potential outcomes.
It's different realities.
Yeah.
So then,
I like how one of their games just created Battler's really pissed off half sister.
Yep.
yeah,
That's actually really interesting too.
Yeah, and now
I
she's
wonder if like
universe
the
hopping.
more and more they play, the more allies Battler will get.
well, yeah,
or
because
something like that.
as they go over more potential scenarios, they are introducing more and more uncertainty into the situation,
Hey,
and it's like
me.
it's compounding
it's me,
on itself.
George's half brother. I got more.
That's what Dark Battler is his other secret half brother.
Oh yeah.
These old books, which we would eventually call the Yoshiromiya Library, were gathered from antique shops by the authorities in the field so that they could be appraised. And those authorities were astounded. At least speaking from the perspective of occultism, the impact that the discovery in the world was comparable to the discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Oh dear God. So,
Yeah,
Kinzo had like major religious text and just told no one about it.
King.
Damn.
King.
Yeah.
Kinzo's like, yes, I have the first ever printed Bible. But these motherfuckers don't need to know about that.
It was
Turns out
signed
God
by
okay
King
with the
James.
gays, but they're not going to learn that.
Higher.
Turns out, you know, God pretty much was like, yeah, do what you want, just don't hurt each other. But they don't need to know. Christianity makes my business run better.
This is because contained within the Yoshiromiya Library were many extremely vital documents that had never been found. Through their existence had been known for more than a millennia. The many, many dreams of the occult, such as those represented by alchemy, always stirred an intense fascination in dilettantes.
Or is this? I guess it's still.
It is whispered that many magic books of great historical value, currently unknown to the public, might be in the secret possession of extremely wealthy lovers of the occult. Items such as Leonardo da Vinci's notebooks, which are particularly among dilettantes, are said to be prime examples of this. It is said that approximately 5,000 pages of these notebooks currently exist, and that over 10,000 have been lost. But some researchers believe that a large part of this lost proportion may be monopolized by certain enthusiasts and members of the extremely rich,
Well.
such as one Hillary Clinton. But it is said because of this even now, dilettantes who can't help but seek these spare no expense to search around for quietly hoarded away and unannounced notebooks like the one of one Anthony Bourdain, in which he did not kill himself.
God.
He was hit by a bus. Hired by Hillary Clinton.
Help! Help! Help!
There's probably no doubting that Ushiromiya Kinzo was himself one of those dilettantes. No one knows what Kinzo went through to obtain those, but there can be no mistake that he used his vast wealth freely buying them off of other rich people with the same hobby as him. Those books which were so valuable that enthusiasts could never satisfy their desire to hoard them away were discovered in large numbers at the end of the 20th century. And their release to the public had given the entire world a massive shock. Because of this, the name Rokkenjima became known across the world. The world was also shocked to learn that in all likelihood, a large number of even more valuable undiscovered books were lost during the accident on Rokkenjima. Thanks, Bri. You helped me discover a new old man voice.
Wow,
I didn't know I could do.
yay!
I was like, oh yes, new old man unlocks.
Hooray!
It's my favorite. I'm gonna do a demo reel that's just 2 minutes of old men. Because of this, the names of Rokkenjima and the Ushiromiya Library will remain in our memories for all time. Our memories that hour probably meant the occult neck of the woods with the same hobby as Kinzo. Because of that incident, the name of Rokkenjima... Oh wait. I think
Yeah.
this is her now.
You think this is her? Okay.
Yeah. Because she tends to summarize things
Yeah.
that people have just said.
Our memories. That R probably meant the occult neck of the woods with the same hobby as Kinzo. Because of that incident, the name of Rokkenjima had taken on a vital meaning in the world of the occult. There certainly had been a lot of reporting about the accident on Rokkenjima itself, but not on an international level. However, this one part has spread across the world, taking the image of Rokkenjima as a small island in the Izu archipelago, and painting it over as a demonic island where riddle, suspicion, mystery, and the occult met. In other words, until Kinzo's library was leaked to the public by Ava, Rokkenjima had been merely a nameless island that no one could remember, and certainly not the island of a witch. However, when knowledge of the Ushinomiya library spread all over the planet, Rokkenjima's image immediately took on an occult twist.
What happened the next day was the discovery of that message bottle. That's what turned that island into a witch's island. The nameless island in the Izu archipelago began to transition into an island of the occult, the island of the mysterious witch Beatrice. You might say that lacking either the Ushinomiya library or the message bottle, the Rokkenjima witch legend would never have been established.
The message bottle.
Yes, a form of communication to an unspecified target by throwing an empty bottle with a letter sealed inside it into the sea. It was once famous as a way of sending an SOS from a deserted island, but because of the influence of a certain prominent foreign detective novel, it has also become known as a method of confessing the truth after one's own death, like a time-delayed will. The case of the Rokkenjima message bottle was certainly one of the latter.
This is the thing everyone says a fisherman on a nearby island picked up?
Correct. We learned that a young fisherman on
Shiki Nejima.
Shiki Nejima picked up a wine bottle with a letter in it. This young fisherman kept it just out of curiosity. Then, because Rokkenjima had fallen under the world's attention due to the Ushinomiya library, he announced his discovery.
Is there any chance that it was a fabrication made by the fisherman?
Of course, we weren't able to deny that possibility. The scraps of paper in the wine bottle was signed by a certain member of the Ushinomiya family. A girl named Ushinomiya Maria. However, looking at the writing left on her former belongings, it was confirmed that this message was written in a different person's handwriting.
A different person's handwriting?
That's what I said, yes. At the very least, I believe there can be no doubt that it was written by a person more skilled at writing and of a greater age than her. There's a very high likelihood that someone faked her name when they wrote it. Therefore, at that point in time, the contents of those scraps of paper were thought to have very low credibility.
However, oh god.
Oh.
I was thinking
don't
this
know.
was her, like in her mind.
It must be, because usually normal people aren't in the swirly.
However, later on it was confirmed that a similar message bottle had been recovered from the nearby ocean on the day of the accident by the police in their search for lost articles, and this caused a sensation.
It seems that due to evidence from the surrounding area and the fact that the bottle had been sealed, the police had decided that its likelihood of being a fabrication was low and that it had been abandoned no earlier than a few days before the accident. And the handwriting for both matched. This caused the credibility of the scraps of paper discovered by the fishermen to rise. It seems magazines and the like have reported on the contents of that message bottle repeatedly. But would you like an explanation?
No. I know about it, more or less. Many scraps of paper had been stuffed into both the wine bottles. It was an extensive notebook written by someone calling themselves Ushiromiya Maria, but who wasn't Maria, and which told of the events starting the day before the accident, and up until the day of the accident in a diary-like way. And its contents had been the beginning of the witch's legend, serial murder incident, as well as the Golden Witch Beatrice's puzzle.
This bizarre diary-style notebook described how the Oshiromiya family members nailed down on the island by the typhoon were caught up in a ceremony for the resurrection of a witch, and killed one by one in inexplicable ways. And in the end, the Golden Witch Beatrice received everything and was flung into the Golden Land. It was written almost as though it was a complete account of events on those days. Also, it depicted the current situation on the island at the time in great detail. The former servants who used to work for the Ushiromiya family gave testimony that it had definitely been written by a human who knew the inside details of the island.
So, because of a combination of the occult boom from that strange fantasy novel and the Ushiromiya library, and as well as the fact that the truth remained shrouded in darkness, the legend of the Rokenjima witch was born?
Yes, more than 10 years have already passed since that case, and it's still the focus of interest for occult enthusiasts across the world. No, to the contrary, you could say that it has become increasingly deified, yes, oh thank you. As time passes, there are still many enthusiasts who try to secretly land on Rokenjima, even though it's prohibited.
Cut to me getting gunned down in the in the tube.
At the
Just
tube.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Straight blasted.
Could there be another message bottle that has not been discovered? And on that day, what really happened on that island? There's still much to be discussed.
As though he had finally remembered what he'd been going on and on for some time, the man took a gulp of water. His potage was getting cold, but it seemed that the man's hunger had already been blown away. I'm pretty sure I heard that the fisherman's scraps of paper and the police's scraps of paper had completely different contents.
Correct. Due to that, interest in the Rokenjima mystery increased even further. Inside both bottles were diary-style notebooks on which was written an account from the day before the accident until the day of the accident. However, while both their contents described the same 2-day period, they were completely different.
It was as though one was the truth and one was a lie.
Oh
or
god, oh god, oh god, oh
perhaps,
god, oh god, oh god, oh god.
Both were lies. In any event, the beginnings and endings alone matched each other. In the beginning, the 18 people, including the excuse me. The 18 people, including the relatives, are sealed up. Did you hear the burp?
Yeah, she just throws up on the table. And
Pardon me. Sealed up on the island with a typhoon, and in the ending, everyone died. The Golden Witch is revealed, and everything is flung into the Golden Land. What?
You said revealed.
What?
Okay.
Shut up. The content of both message bottles which wrote about the events of the day before the... what? Bottles wrote about the events of the day before the accident and the day of the accident. But the details were completely different. Both diaries outline a serial murder following the epitaph of the witch, but the order of the sacrifices, the way they died, and even the tale of the 2 days was different. However, in both, everyone died in the end, and the witch revived, making for the same general plot. Because the only survivor, Mrs. Shiromiya Eva, had remained silent about what actually happened on that island, the events of that entire 2-day period are shrouded in darkness. There are 2 diaries presented of full tool theories to wipe away that darkness. Those 2 days could be explained with either of those 2 diaries. However, we don't know which is correct, or even if there's anything correct contained within them.
Oh, Schrodinger's cat box. Oh my god. If it isn't denied, even a mixture of truth and fiction can be the truth. Through the media, these scraps of paper had of course been shown to Ava as well, but in the end, she never broke her silence. Who sent the message bottles, and why?
Earlier,
Excuse me?
Earlier in the special issue for the crime's 10th anniversary, a certain magazine took up that topic for discussion in a grand manner. Didn't they? That theory seems to be the one garnering the most support lately, but it is rather dull. What happened on that island? On that day? Considering this question is the true charm of the witch hunt.
The witch hunt.
Yes, the Rokenjima witch hunt is the name of a group of enthusiasts who try to explain the truth of the crime from an occult perspective. Discussion of the mysteries that surround Rokenjima, from the Ushiromiya Library to the mysterious 2-day period to the legend of the Golden Witches, flourishing even today among enthusiasts.
One of the message bottles is Kinzo saying, I crashed my ATV in the woods and I'm fucked. Please send help.
Dear anyone who finds this.
Oh, fun fact, Witch Hunt was the name of the group that originally did fan translations of UMINEKO. Wow.
Oh,
That's cool.
Was this like a nod to them? Was this
No. Witch Hunt was the.
Or
it
they
came
just
from
took it
this.
from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Witch Hunt was a reference to this. I don't know what Niche Hunt is.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know
okay,
what that is.
What'd you call me?
For the 10-year anniversary. For the 10-year. I apologize. For the 10-year anniversary, an international convention was held in New York. I also participated as a representative of Japan. I was able to intermingle with zealous overseas witch hunters in many ways. Some of them were cosplaying as the family. It was kind of disrespectful. Which is a very popular category overseas. The age span of the participants stretched from elementary schoolers at the bottom all the way to famous cultural figures at the top.
Oh, really? Wait, Jamie's saying that Ryukishi named the group In Universe after the fans translators. So I guess that was their name first. Damn, that's cool.
How is that even possible?
I don't know. They just call themselves Witch Hunt.
But how would you? But that's what I'm saying. How would you
Well, I
name
mean,
the?
Ryokishi named not named. Ryokishi always like puts his chapters out in like one by one form. So there's always time in between them.
Yeah, I imagine.
So he did not release episode 1 through 4 as one game initially.
No. They always came out chapter by chapter.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
A lot of manga writers do that too. They'll release their bit, and then that's also why their schedules are so fucked, is because they wait for like fan reactions a lot.
Well, I just didn't think that like.
At least that's how I remember.
I just didn't think you would want to do something like that with a visual novel, because I guess fuck the people who had to buy every disc back in the day.
Well, I mean, it was only him working on it, so he would at least that's what I remember him doing with Hikodashi, because he sold it at fucking Comic-Con.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like, damn, you really had to go get like fucking 8 discs to get the full story.
It would be kind of sick to have an UMINEKO disc, though.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
I think so.
Even in Japan, in recent years, there was finally...
You probably don't need any more explanation, Jesus Christ, but he is one of the most famous Rokunjima witch hunters in Japan. Even though I didn't ask anything more, he kept continuing on it excitedly all by himself. As I swirled the thin film in my potage with my spoon, I shrugged my shoulders and sighed. Also, the witch hunt group is still involved in the current 7th expansion stuff. Oh, that's cool. Looks like researching about the message bottle really was a waste of time. No, if there's one thing I found, is that the notebook, supposedly written by Maria One-chan, was actually written by a different person faking her name. And that person wrote up an occult legend on their own, put it into the bottle as though it was the truth, and threw it into the sea. I have a question. Why would they go to all the trouble of writing so much in order to prepare a suspicious letter like that? Wait, oh, like running the fighting game servers? Oh, that's cool.
That's interesting.
Cool. With a message bottle, there'd be no guarantee that it ever passed into anyone's hands. If their luck had been bad, it would have sunk in the ocean. They would have gone to the Dippin' Dots. Never to be seen by anyone.
I'd like to see Battler's message in a bottle. It's just like a Mountain Dew Code Red with a bunch of sticky notes in it. Like...
Oh yeah. Yeah, he like bought a soda he bought from the gas station stuffed with like written shit on napkins.
Yeah, on napkins.
And even if someone had picked it up, they might have not cared about it and thrown it away. Why would they entrust their confession of the truth to the sea with such an uncertain method? And why would they write up multiple differing tales? If there had been one message bottle, claiming that its story was the truth might be reckless, but not impossible. However, because there were 2, that made both of them doubtful. If someone was plotting to make out those 2 days to be the work of a witch, then they really did go one step too far. And because there were 2, it suggests that an undiscovered 3rd one, or possibly even more, might exist. In other words, the 2 differing contents makes both of them harder and harder to swallow. But despite that, the contents of both matched in that they told of a witch in a tale. So, is that the main point the writer wanted to get across to us? It seems to me that the only possible explanation is that someone who wanted to give rise to an illusion of a witch carried out this crime for their own enjoyment. However, the 17 people other than Aunt Ava lost their lives, and a vast wealth or maybe even 10 tons of gold have moved around secretly in the darkness. It doesn't feel right for a confession occurring after all that to bring up this illusion of the witch. Even if we ignore the magazine's theories, it's very doubtful that the message bottle really was a diary. However, after all, the amount of writing was massive. It's hard to imagine that someone actually caught up in the middle of a serial murder like that will be able to calmly write it down. In that case, it's probably more realistic that this diary was written slowly over a long period of time, up until the day prior to the accident. In that case, wouldn't it mean that everything on Rokunjima was a planned crime, with everything prepared for over a long stretch of time? The fact that Aunt Ava left this world without saying anything is infuriating. She definitely said it on her deathbed. She definitely said that her reason for not telling me the truth was because it was her best way of harassing me. Yeah, but now it's painfully obvious. Of all the things Aunt Ava did to harass me, this was probably the last and the greatest. But thinking of it this way, it's pretty doubtful that Aunt Ava is the true culprit. Of course, that's not because the handwriting on the message bottle was different from Aunt Ava's, or anything like that. It's because in both tales that were discovered, Aunt Ava was included among the victims. If the writer of that diary was the culprit, maybe Aunt Ava was also one of the targets to be killed. Maybe Aunt Ava survived because something went wrong. Because I hated Aunt Ava, I came to believe that she had to be the culprit. But the existence of the message bottle makes me suspect that the mastermind is a far more profound and unknown person than her. Oh, thank you for drink water.
Oh, yeah, everybody have a sippy.
Drink water.
Water.
Yeah, cause Lanny definitely needs it.
Dude,
You've been
I
talking
love
so
when I get
much.
to be a member of the chat.
I looked at the
Chat, have we
clock.
been having fun?
I've heard more than enough. It's time. As he continued to speak fervently, I suggested that I wanted to bring this discussion to a close. He seemed to be aware that he'd gotten excited and talked too much, so he quickly accepted this. Thank you very much for today. I believe I've heard something truly valuable.
Oh, no, it's truly fun to be able to welcome a young lady as a friend of the witch hunt. I have many precious materials that I couldn't show because of this change to a different venue from the usual. I would be glad to show you them at the next chance we get.
Thank you, Professor. Can I ask one more thing?
Yes, what is it? Yes.
Professor, why are you interested in witches? No, in occultism and demonology.
Well, that's somewhat embarrassing. A daydream I had in my childhood, that if I could use mysterious power, I could take on even the biggest of bullies. Went on to become my life's work. After all, the primitive desire of admiring unknown power is as universal today as it ever was in the past.
Professor, if you could do it, would you want to become a witch? Do you still dream of being able to use magic at will?
But of course, even though at this age I understand logically that such a thing couldn't exist, I cannot forget my childlike dreams, such as flying in the sky and turning scrap iron into gold. If you would please keep this a secret from my students.
If I told you that I was a real witch, would you believe it?
My pet theory from my few experiences with women is that they're all witches.
Damn.
Oh yeah, that's me. Andre snorted at the old professor, who must have been an earnest scholar with barely any experience with women.
Cuck.
Damn.
Yeah. And one final question. Professor, have you seen the original message bottle itself? Oh god.
I have indeed.
In that case, do you know that handwriting well?
Of course, I am not a specialist in that area, but at least when it comes to the handwriting of the message bottle, I am proud to be the most knowledgeable in Japan. At that point, Anjay set a book on the desk with a thud.
Oh shit, he's about to cream his pants, bro.
And this, I've never seen it before.
He prided himself on his thorough knowledge of all literature related to Rokkenjima, and he looked bewildered at this binding that he hadn't seen before. Ignoring him, Anjay silently flipped through the pages, opened to one of them, and showed it. On that page was a handwritten paragraph beginning with, "To my beloved witch apprentice." And at the end, there was a signature in katakana that said, "Beatrice." The instant he glanced at it, his face went pale. She knew the answer before asking, but Andre asked it aloud anyway.
Does the handwriting in this paragraph on the page match the handwriting in the message bottle?
Well, I must take this home and investigate more. Pardon me for asking, but what in the world is this book? Where did you get it? The man stretched out his hand, but Anjay pulled it back, as though telling him not to touch it with his filthy hands.
Thank you. Just that reaction is all I need. Thank you very much for today. Here's the reward I promised.
As she stood up, clutching Maria's diary, Anjay carelessly tossed a wand of 10,000 yen notes wrapped with a strip of paper on the table. As Anjay turned her back to him and made to leave, the man raised his voice as though clinging to her. But Anjay did not stop walking. I beg you, what in the world is that book? I don't need a reward. Show me that book!
Both you and I are in the witch hunt, but it seems like we aren't pursuing it at the same level. You're entertaining yourself with the outside of the cat box, and what I want to know is about the inside of the cat box. And this book is the key to opening it. It's too good for you. Well then, goodbye, gentlemen. Have a nice day.
Please wait. Sumedera-san. His voice didn't reach her. She had already joined up with Amakusa and gone into the car.
Will he speak? Will he speak? Yeah, he speaks!
Oh, he's holy shit. Here he is.
Yay!
Let's go.
Did you find anything?
Only at the very end. I was right. The one who wrote the message bottles was Beatrice herself.
Good. So, you've concluded that the witch actually exists.
Who knows? Mind if I sleep? I'll bet that talkative professor gets lost in his own little world in lectures. It makes a lot of kids fall asleep.
Please, go ahead. Take a rest.
Still, that went really well. That guy I believed was a Sumedera until the very end. Oh, I was a Sumedera. The Sumedera family had set up a web beforehand around any people on... Oh, not me. That's not me.
The Sumedera family had set up a web beforehand around any people Anjay might try to contact. They had offered a reward to anyone who would take Ushiromiya Anjay into custody if she appeared. It's fucked up. That can't be legal at all. Anjay had foreseen that and had snatched it away. She had called herself Sumedera after cleverly tricking the man by saying her own subordinates would set up an ambush, so he didn't need to worry about it. She had taken him outside. So, when the Sumedera family pursuers reached the professor's house, there was no longer anyone there.
Oh god. Soldier? Soldier guy?
Maybe.
Go, LannyVA!
Yeah, guys, yeah, it's me.
Yeah!
I'm going. No, I'm just kidding.
According to the family, a young man and woman calling themselves Sumedera visited this morning, took the professor out with them, and still have not returned. There's a chance we were outmaneuvered.
What a bad child, Ande-chan. I wonder if that craftiness is from Nessan's blood. To think she'd casually take on the name Sumedera after saying she'd hate to go by it so often. The professor should be returning soon. When he does, we must serve him some tea.
Oh, they're gonna kill the poor guy? Why?
Yes, understood.
Why?
I
What
wonder
did he
if she
do?
thinks she's leading me around by the nose. What a naughty child.
No loose ends, I guess.
With a demonic look on her face, Kasumi violently stamped her heel. So far, she's my least favorite character.
Oh, she will stay. She will stay your least favorite character.
Good. Fuck that bitch.
I'll teach you about my magic ability. Not to do before right. Did you forget? You did.
Oh my god.
I was also included among the witchins. Witches was not.
The witchins.
I closed Maria's diary and flopped out on a very high-class looking bed. I'd slept deeply for a long time in the car, so it took longer than usual for drowsiness to set in, and I read the diary as I waited. This
Also, I
was
clicked around the wiki a little bit, and on Canon's character page, it says fantasy race furniture likes trimming roses, comma Lady Jessica dislikes himself.
yeah.
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 pretty
That's really
accurate.
funny.
This was a
Okay,
super
so-
expensive hotel in the city. Don't get spoiled in there, Shane.
That's why. Okay, I'll close it.
Since it was often used by the rich and famous, they were very big on confidentiality. That made it very convenient. Oh, no. Why?
That made it very convenient for Anjay to escape her pursuers. The idea that renegades should spend their nights hiding in cheap hotels is a commoner's way of thinking. To Anjay, who possessed all the wealth of the Oshiromiya family, renegade life was comfortable indeed. Of course, even though he was a god, Amakusa was a man, and therefore in a separate room. Anjay used the bedroom of the suite, and Amakusa lay on the sofa in the living room. According to Amakusa, the sofas here were more pleasant than his own beds had been recently. Poor guy, in his mercenary working.
When I looked at the clock, I saw that it was almost 2 o'clock in the middle of the night. I'm still not getting sleepy. I sighed deeply. At that time, even though there was no wind, I had the feeling that Maria One-chan's diary fluttered. Then One-chan appeared. Her form was no longer the normal one I'd known. She was wearing the dress that Beatrice had given her after acknowledging her as a witch.
If you don't get some sleep, it'll be tough tomorrow, right?
If I were a witch too, I'd be able to use magic, wouldn't I?
Yeah, you can use it. I taught you, didn't I? Taught you how to use it? And you were able to use it in the past, weren't you?
I remember. I've started wanting to use it.
Are you starting to feel lonely?
Not really. It's not like having a different pillow every night is that tough.
The first step to magic can be loneliness or boredom. Even small reasons like that.
Even if it's just trying to kill time until you can fall asleep?
Yeah, I'm glad you remembered about magic one more time.
It's been quite a long time since I last used magic. At one point, with Maria One-chan's introduction, I touched a corner of it and opened the door a tiny bit. So I should still remember that sensation.
Right now, your magical power has declined significantly, Anjay. If you don't devote yourself to the basics, it'll be hard, okay?
Sure. Checking all directions, securing a quiet place.
What about Amakusa-san?
He's sleeping. After opening the door to the living room a crack, I could see the blanket caterpillar on the sofa roll over in its sleep.
With your magical strength as weak as it is now, the anti-magic power is affecting you too much. Not just the sight of people, but voices, sounds, and even the presence of people will get in the way of your magic. Sever those completely, like how ancient magicians shut themselves up in ateliers to preserve their isolation.
Are we gonna end up on a roof again?
I remember. The very existence of humans blocks magic. Therefore, the very act of showing magic to people is a sign of a high-level witch. Obtain a quiet space for yourself alone. That should be enough to prepare a space to use magic.
Next is the vessel. Right now, it's important for your bike to at least have training wheels. No, a chain.
This is, of course, impossible.
Anjay rubbed her own head. She wore hair accessories there with pink gems attached. They felt a little childish for Anjay, but she never took them off, not even for a single day.
Yeah, it really will be impossible for you now, Anjay. If you'd practiced every single day since then, you might have gained the ability to summon with that by now.
If I were to start training now, how long would it take?
It's said that a year of magical training for a child is worth 10 years for an old person. You need a lot of determination.
You mean like Ushinomiya Kinzo? So, just like the piano and the violin, getting a special education from a young age is huge when it comes to magic.
As you are now, your power has weakened since the time you were first able to use magic, Anjay. Don't overdo it, and devote yourself to the basics.
After suddenly rubbing those things into my head one more time, I gave up. Then I started fishing through the knapsack, looking for anything that might make a good vessel. Shouldn't this be a perfect vessel?
It's been a long time. Yes, at this, I think even you should be able to perform as summoned as you are now. And they have no master now. It should be possible for you to become their new master, Anjay.
Among the things that looked like good vessels, I took the one I thought might possess the strongest magical power, and set it on the side table near the bed with a clatter. It was a shady-looking, stake-shaped weapon with an occult design inscribed on it.
Oh, she got one of the daggers.
Yeah.
One of the,
It was one of the
shit.
7 stakes of purgatory, which the witch used to offer sacrifices. When the police had been searching the family's possessions, they had collected a large amount of junk. After the investigation had finished, these had been politely returned to the Ushiromiya family. Finding something that I'd seen in the pictures of Maria's diary, I took it home with me.
Originally, there were 7 stakes of purgatory. How pitiful. Now she's the only one left.
One-chan
which one
smiled,
is it?
looking lonely. Hint, it's one of the ones Annie voiced.
Ah.
Oh,
I pulled another book out of the knapsack. This was
So I
also
couldn't Kermit
old-fashioned,
survive.
and you could tell that it was an occult book just by looking. But its contents were plain. It was one of Maria One-chan's elaborate notebooks. This wasn't a diary. This was a grimoire, which she had written as a witch. The 7 stakes of purgatory were Beatrice's furniture, created by her and employed only for her sake. But since Beatrice is also a witch of mariage sorcier, they could be employed by Maria, the witch of the same alliance. For that reason, the method of summoning the 7 stakes of purgatory and how to handle them was written about in great detail in Maria One-chan's grimoire. And, as another person with their name registered in that alliance, I was also permitted to employ them. Which of the 7 sisters is the stake?
Their characteristics are written about well in my grimoire. The sisters of the 7 stakes really hate it when you get their names wrong. Remember their names well before summoning them.
A packed page told the 7 stakes of purgatory. It described the 7 sisters in great detail. Yes, I think I memorized almost this entire page once in the past. The more I read it, the more I start to remember. By the pictures and characteristics written on the grimoire, I can tell that the stake in my hand was Mammon's stake. In the past, I hadn't had any stakes, so I had summoned them without any vessel. So, this was the first time I had clearly seen any of the 7 stakes, let alone Mammon. Mammon, the 5th sister, controls the deadly sin of greed. An incredible kid.
Greed also controls aspirations, the desire to improve oneself and the strength to live. It definitely doesn't mean only bad things. She's rude, but she's a girl who tries really hard.
I see. You could say that without desire, there's no reason to live. For a while, I heightened my concentration and digested the information that was written about Mammon. The more the summoner knows about the target that's being summoned, the better. Knowledge is connected to magical power. I began to fill my head with knowledge about Mammon, raising a necessary amount of magical power for summoning. Grimoires can be a bit interesting. This might be a much better read than some lame novel. It really takes me back.
For a grimoire, it is demanded not only that you understand the letters, but that you fill out the world with the space between the lines, giving birth to a world from the pictures and creating things in various ways. The power to give birth to something. For someone who has that, such as you, a grimoire should be more interesting than any book. I've always known that you'd be able to understand that.
That should be enough knowledge of Mammon for now. Yes. I've remembered it, more or less. I'll give it a try.
Take care. In case the worst happens, here's my talisman. The Treaty of the Alliance won't protect you right now. That Mammon is a bit of a quick trigger. And
Okay, bro.
she may still bear a grudge. Be careful.
Yes, I'll wear it. The 7 stakes of purgatory, as furniture used to make sacrifices for a ceremony, were treated as beings inferior even to weapons. But that was only when compared to other demons. To humans, furniture is something to be feared. I fished through the knapsack again, took out a bracelet charmed with a scorpion medal that I got from Maria Onechan long ago, and put it on my arm. In the past, I hadn't needed something like this, but I need insurance.
It's okay. That has already been fitted with the required amount of magical defense. As long as you wear that, you'll definitely be fine.
Maria-chan's magic power, which had been spiritually put into this charm, had been enough to earn even Beatrice's admiration. While it may have looked like something cheap to a human who couldn't understand magic, its magical worth was incalculable. Typing. Come, arise. Forgive the sin. One of the 7 stakes of purgatory. Mammon of greed. I focused my mind. I made the magic-repelling toxin that filled my body 0.
Oh, I like this music.
Aw.
Everything's all epic.
Imagine an untainted vast space. Doubts and common sense all resist magic. Make the resistance 0, and erase the burden on the magical power. Inside my head was the image of a vast space. It was a nighttime world where I floated in the air and the neon stars over the ground sparkled. A world with the stars that should have been covered the sky were wiped away by the light from below that covered the ground. In the world of a vast night sky with no obstructions, I imagined the wind blowing through at will. At that time, in a room where there shouldn't have been any wind, the free nighttime wind kicked up a cyclone. The long-forgotten sensation raced through my entire body. It was the unique feeling of exultation that comes from using magic. Mammon's stake, which I held out in my hand, gradually began to make me feel a pale light. A twisting cyclone with the stake at the center. The hefty stake floated a bit into the air.
Wonderful. Looks like the gap in your training hasn't stolen your talent.
Exultation means a feeling of triumphant elation or jubilation.
Wow.
Come, arise.
Thank you.
Forgive the sin. One of the 7 stakes of purgatory, Mammon of Greed. Show yourself to me.
No.
After I raised my hands bit by bit, lifting them higher than my head, as though it was being attracted upwards, Mammon's stake once again floated up high into the air and gradually began to shake. That shaking began to grow faster, and it burst. Whoa!
Don't make a noise!
With a speed faster than the eye could follow, it flew around, violently rebounding off the walls of the room. The terrible sound of it dancing around threatened to make me flinch. However, I must not lose my mental concentration. Oh!
It looks so bad. I like how it's reusing the pots and pans sound effect.
Yeah. Then, the stake, which had been flying around at an incredible speed, finally stopped and faced me. It was in the air, just a few centimeters away from my forehead, and held back by the defensive barrier created by the scorpion charm. It had tried to break the defensive barrier, eating into it with an incredible power, but Maria Onechan's barrier wouldn't be broken so easily. Oh, Mammon! Oh, Mammon!
Oh, I'm sorry. There. I forgot. I need to let you know that I'm drinking water, or else you're gonna forget that I exist, and then you're gonna be like, "You're not." I don't even have a bit. I don't have a bit. I was really hoping I had like a bit to go with, but I just couldn't find it.
So I think the meta way not having a bit became a bit.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like the last second option select. I always forget what voice I do for these bitches every time, so I'm just making one up. What?
Oh, I was saying, do you remember what Mammon looked like?
I mean, yeah, but I don't remember the voice still, so I don't care. It's no use. I can't break it.
The stake muttered hatefully. It was probably safe to say that the scorpion charm saved me. Without that, my attempt at killing time until I got sleepy would have killed my time for all eternity.
Wub.
When Mammon's stake realized that it was unable to gouge me, it gave up and grew docile, changing its form to that of a stake into a human. In that same old outfit that I'd never been able to walk around outside in. Although you could say it suited her in a demonic sort of way.
Is that Anjay-sama? But that magical power is pretty shabby. Are you really Anjay-sama?
It's been a long time, Mammon. Have you been well?
You look ugly. And here I was convinced that furniture that's already fulfilled its function just gets left to rust away in a closet. So, what kind of sideshow is this? You aren't gonna say that you're my owner, are you?
Yes, Anjay is your master.
Lady Maria, how unsightly of me. Was that barrier just now yours?
Yes. I thought that as she is now, Anjay might have just gotten finished off by you. I lent her a talisman.
If Lady Maria says Anjay is my master, I can't refuse. Anjay-sama, please, your orders. If it's me you need, are you going to perform a new ceremony? With new sacrifices? Of course, that's only if you're willing to handle me yourself and get your hands dirty.
That role isn't something I'm asking for anymore. All you have to do is talk with me like you used to.
It's like boring. Leaves.
Yes, if that's what you desire. Furniture is furniture because it is used. It is an honor just to be summoned, Anjay-sama.
Mammon had a slightly complicated smile on her face.
I'm going to kill you when you're not looking.
Oh, that's kind of hot.
You're dead.
She accepted her new master because Maria had told her to. But oh, nope, that's not me.
She had accepted her new master because Maria had told her to, but it looked like she hadn't gotten over her discontent at working for Anjay with a frail magical power. Perhaps she had some other reason for hating Anjay, but for now it seemed that she couldn't disobey, even if she wasn't happy about it.
So, what should I do?
I don't know. Just do something lively, like old times.
Well now, this liveliness you're talking about is probably from when we were sisters all together. It may be difficult by myself. Did you forget?
That's right. The Seven Sisters were really lively when they got together. But with Anjay's magical power now, I think summoning just Mammon is the best we can hope for. The stakes of the other six have been lost.
My apologies, Lady Maria, but maybe it would be possible to summon the Seven Sisters via my own stake. If I am to be used, I'd hope Anjay-sama has at least that much power, right?
Mammon grinned. Apparently, she wanted me to summon the other sisters without a vessel. I see. Since she's unable to satisfy herself with being summoned alone, she's asking for the other sisters to be summoned as well. I get it. Greed. Yes, she was like this back then, wasn't she? To furniture, the times during which they are used are bliss. No matter how badly they are exploited, being used is furniture's joy. On the contrary, regardless of how nice you are to them, not being given a job is more painful than anything in their eyes. Mammon spoke in a challenging way, but she wanted me to summon the other sisters somehow, and rescue them from the world of nothingness. If that's the case, all she's gotta do is say so. These demon people can never just say what they mean.
So if one vessel to summon greed is the stake, the other one is Todd Habercorn.
I guess so.
Anjay, don't overdo it. You'll need plenty of rehabilitation just from summoning Mammon.
Oh, I'll need to rehabilitate after just one? Well, I'm just killing time anyway. Okay, Mammon. I've gone this far. I'll call as many as I can.
Really? Not bad, Anjay-sama. Okay, quickly.
They're gonna have a group goon sesh, bro. It's about to get freaky.
Apparently, even though she'd asked, Mammon hadn't really expected. Oh, I guess.
Oh,
Okay, bye.
Apparently, even though she'd asked, Mammon hadn't really expected Anjay to do this. She hopped around, badgering Anjay to summon her other sisters. Summoning Mammon alone consumed a considerable amount of physical and magical power. It'll probably...
Oh, goodbye. It'll probably be tough to do 6 more. I'm awed by the magical power of those who can summon sisters like this at will with the snap of their fingers, and who therefore reach the level where they can be called witches.
Mammon, don't make Anjay overdo it. She still isn't at her best.
She just fucking drinks. She drinks the fucking Gatorade on her side
sounds
table.
It sounds
Is that what that
like
is?
a water
Yeah, looks like
pipe
it.
sometimes.
No, dude, it looks like it's one of those prepackaged bottles of green tea.
Oh.
Okay.
You know, because they've always got like the matcha green wrapping with like the little like plants and foliage drawn on it. That's how you know it's natural and it's good for you.
Oh,
know?
yeah, that's how you know. Yeah.
The color green means good for you in capitalism world.
Yeah.
True.
What? Anjay-sama said she'd summon everyone.
Actually, I only said I'd call as many as I could.
Pushes up glasses.
I guess that's great for you.
Dude, why is it gotten so
Auntie.
hot?
I know.
You should rest for today. You're tired enough.
It's okay. I'm just killing time anyway. Let me get tired enough that I can just fall over asleep.
Forever.
Yep. This time, there's no vessel. I'll have to strengthen the image from my knowledge of the Grimoire and materialize them with just that. I held up my hands out into the air, replaying in my head the sensation from when I'd summoned Mammon. I'm acquainted with all the Seven Sisters, right? I've got to remember that time long ago, when I talked with them. Once again, the power of magic began to fill me up. It let off a faint and yet distinct pale light from both of my hands. Oh!
Anjay-sama, hold on. Good luck. Hey, Lady Maria. Anjay-sama's definitely gonna summon everyone, right? The Seven Sisters will get to be reunited again? Right? Please,
definitely.
please.
But there's no guarantee that it'll happen tonight.
Anjay-sama can do it. Please, Anjay-sama, start with the youngest sister, Asmo.
Asmodeus, the seventh sister. Got it. I'll call them in order, starting from the youngest.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie. I might want to end. I'm fucking sweating so hard. It's actually
Yeah?
incredibly uncomfortable.
Oh dear. Well, damn. Will she summon Asmo? Who knows?
Well, plus this seems like kind of a good moment anyway, because they're about to all come together, and I'm sure big stuff's gonna happen.
Or will they?
Or well, exactly. Yeah.
Who?
I'm
Who's
also.
to say?
You know, guys, I really feel like we all put in some good work today. You know, I feel like it was
Yeah, it
a
was a
big
team
group
effort.
effort.
Yeah.
3 hours today. Good job.
Good job, gang. Good job, gang. Yeah, it wasn't like me and Shane carried the entirety of the stream or anything.
All right, well, thanks,
Okay.
man. Thanks. I'll just be going.
Oh, yippee! Let's go, 100 bits. Thank you. Thank you for yippee for 100 bits. Oh, they're back. All right, everybody. You have a good night, okay? We'll see you next week.
Until next time,
Goodbye.
pop be Umi Frico and pop that yeah.
Yeah. Pop that magic button and
Pop that magic
and drink
pussy.
your magic drink. Okay, bye.